loves Master Joe. He makes me want to claim I'm a black man for real. Nah, I'm still right. You blacks better let Master Joe define your blackness. Vote blue no matter who. I don't care if Master Joe got that dementia. Long as he still signing them checks. I'd let him run again with that Aka who slept away to the top. She do whatever her white husband tell her. Vote blue no matter who. Don't y'all forget, Master Joe was trained by Strom Thurmond. You gotta love those cone-head bed sheets. Y'all ancestors died so y'all can vote for that party started by a slave owner like I do. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who.
Gynocracy is over. The black manosphere is here to stay.
Listen up. If the politicians don't address healthcare, the Iran war, and housing costs, they're going to get whipped out in the 2026 election. Remember, politicians work for you, not the other way around. Don't be like vote blue no matter who.
The current war is no joke.
Government says the situation is under...
You can't listen to mainstream media. They're lying. Keep an eye out. This can and will get ugly. Pray for peace.
I loves Master Joe. He makes me want to claim.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
What's going on, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and welcome to the Colosseum. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. We're going to start off a little more serious tonight. We have to talk about the Iran war. It's not looking good for America. I know if you listen to mainstream media, it doesn't sound like that, but that's not what's really going on. Yeah, that's true. But I was watching a segment with Tucker Carlson and Piers Morgan, and we're going to take a look at that right now. Like I said, we're going to start off a little bit more serious tonight. The link is in the chat. It's an open panel. If you want to come up, you can do so.
It's just Jerry Springer.
At you and telling you you're an anti-Semite, it doesn't matter what he says. If killing an 86-year-old religious leader didn't cause a spontaneous creation of a pro-Western government, which was apparently Ted Cruz's plan, if that didn't work, what would happen? Well, China would take over. And so...
Newsflash. Them killing the Iranian leader did not work. So, yeah. We're in a clusterfuck right now, folks. Don't believe what the mainstream media is telling you.
Anyone who didn't think that through is not qualified to lead anything. I almost want to run for president just to debate Ted Cruz.
Well, why wouldn't you? Going to war is the gravest decision a leader can make. It's a decision which, by design, causes death at scale. It reduces the quality of life for your own people, at least for a while, and it inevitably unleashes chaos, both economic and political, which is not in your control. That's why most leaders carefully construct a case for war based on the costs and the rewards. Amid the suffering, they see great benefit in the national interest. Could it expand our territory or our control? Does it eliminate a genuine threat, which makes our country safer? Will it make us more powerful in our own geographic neighborhood? Is it popular with our people? Does it strengthen our national unity and pride? For President Trump right now, the answer to all these questions is no. For Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who says he's dreamed of this for 40 years, it could be yes on all counts. It's therefore perfectly reasonable to believe that Israel led the US into this war in Iran.
That is one theory that's going around. Now, if you listen to BGS, he seems to think that this is all Trump's doing. Probably all Bessett's doing, but on time will tell. We got to wait for more tea leaves to come out.
Not least because Marco Rubio said it, and Antony Blinken said Netanyahu tried the same strategy with the two previous presidents. But it doesn't answer the question of why President Trump went along with it and why now. The answer could simply be oil, as it's often been before. Prices are swinging wildly at the moment, but the president said this.
Prices are coming down very substantially. Oil will be coming down. That's just
Now, ironically, right now the dollar is up. The question is it going to remain up? Because right now the Port of Hormuz has been shut down, and there's not much America can do about it. One of our aircraft carriers have already retreated, the Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, you're not going to hear that on the news.
just a matter of war that happens. You can almost predict it. I would say it went up a little bit less than we thought. It's going to come down more than anybody understands.
Oh, not to mention the fact that gas prices are up.
Iran has only tightened its grip on the Strait of Hormuz. It's now exporting more of its own oil than before the war began, while making it more expensive for everybody else. And if the US always planned to take control, to conquer the strait and leave Israel to police it, why did nobody say that? Trump was crystal clear about the unashamedly selfish benefits of raiding Venezuela. He's made a similar case about Greenland, whether you agree with it or not. So why the muddled messaging now? It's impossible to disconnect it from the bigger picture about his final term, the defense of MAGA's legacy and the battle for its future. The so-called MAGA war was red hot long before the Iran war began. Trump will be well aware that one side is extremely skeptical about Israel.
The link's in the chat if you brothers want to come up.
Because it's a direct threat to a very literal interpretation of America first. Fix this country before sending bombs to fix everybody else's. The other side would rather you didn't talk about Israel at all, as is to express unconditional support. Israel, they believe, is a key overseas territory in a new American empire which rules the world with muscle. That battle of ideas is going nowhere fast, which is why presidential hopeful Ted Cruz said this.
I believe Tucker Carlson is the single most dangerous.
Okay, let's stop right here for a minute. Now, as hard as I am on the Democrats, and rightfully so, because they try to shame us into voting for them, as hard as I am on the Democrats, let me say this outright and in public. And I hope the Black Brain Trust is watching, because I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Under no circumstances will I ever vote for Ted Cruz for president. Under no circumstances. I will either sit out or go third party before I mark down Ted Cruz for president. Let me make that perfectly clear. Now let's go back. Let's get back to this. Get back to this.
Demagogue in this country. And I'll tell you, I've made the decision that I'm going to take him on head.
All right, Neymar.
Directly.
Well, Tucker Carlson rejoins me now on our sensor. Tucker, how are you?
It's such a serious topic, and then you play the Ted Cruz clip, and I laugh. He already took me on head-to-head last summer. I'm not running for president, so I don't know why he would be running.
What's going on, Neymar?
Salute.
For president against me. But thank you. And Piers, as I have said publicly a number of times, you have been, even though we disagree.
What's going on, Snowman?
How's it going, gents? What's going on?
Just fine. I know you left, but I wanted MOT to, get his thoughts out before I let people know.
Well, Jody wasn't feeling too good, so that's why I dipped out.
Oh, okay. Just want to clear that up. Just make sure.
Dude, you're fine. You're fine. Jody needed me for something, and I didn't want to disturb MOT and you guys' conversation either. So I stepped away.
Okay. She feeling better, I hope?
Yes, she is. Oh. We had a great dinner with Cheyenne, our daughter, tonight, and her boyfriend. And a lot of laughs, man.
That's good. Let's get back to this because we do need to cover this.
Okay.
Agree on a lot of core issues. You have been a champion for free speech for years, especially as free speech, the allowable window of free speech shrinks.
Now, bear in mind, Tucker Carlson was a huge supporter of Donald Trump. In fact, he's one of the people that suggested J.D. Vance as his vice president. He encouraged Trump to pick J.D. Vance as his vice president. So this is his perspective on the war.
Thanks, and you've been one of the world's great champions of it. So I'm not surprised that you're getting attacked for that. But good for you for what you're doing. Thank you.
Well, we're going to come to some of those attacks a little later. Just in relation to Ted Cruz, I mean, I watched that interview that you did with him where he had no idea how many people live in Iran. And as you rightly pointed out, that...
And I said it before, let me say it one more time. Under no circumstances would I ever vote for Ted Cruz. That's just not going to happen. If the Republicans pick him, they can forget about it. If I don't like the Democrat, I'll vote third party or stay home, whichever one comes first.
Ought to be probably a basic prerequisite of knowing about a country before you may wish to, for example, attack a country. And it may be that him now responding in the way that he is because you embarrassed him so much that day. But in relation to his claim that you are the single most dangerous demagogue in America, how do you respond to that?
Well, I'm honored that I beat Mamdani and AOC and the entire Democratic Party. I mean, this is a conservative Republican senator from Texas telling you that I am the most dangerous. Well, why is that? I have no allegiance to any foreign country, only my own, the one in which I was born, unlike Ted Cruz, who's from Canada. Why would I be the most dangerous? In fact, I'm not a demagogue. I don't seek to divide people. It pains me to see people divided. It's against my religion, and it's bad for my country. He's mad at me, because his interview didn't go well, as you said. That's true, I think. But he's actually most mad at me because I'm criticizing our alliance with Israel, and I'm not doing that because I'm getting anything out of it. I'm certainly not. Or because I hate Israel. I don't and never have. But because I don't think it helps the United States. And I've been saying that for the last year.
Agreed.
To increasing irritation from agents of Israel like Ted Cruz. And now this war kind of proves the point. Unfortunately, I wish we hadn't come to this, but this is so destructive to American national interest that it's hard to believe destroying American national interest, weakening the United States wasn't part of the point. How could it not have been? And the last point I would make about relevant knowledge of a country you seek to overthrow is that, looking at maps doesn't tell you the whole story, but it tells you part of the story. And at the eastern end of the Persian Gulf is a strait called Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's energy flows and a huge percentage of its fertilizer and sulfur and petro.
Yeah, since it's I'm going to butcher it, the port of Hormuz has been closed. You have to understand 30% of fertilizer goes to that. Goes to the port of
Strait of Hormuz.
Strait of Hormuz, I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't. I'm
sorry.
But
leave it to me. Leave it to me. Don't worry, I got you.
But that's a disaster. If 30% gets cut off, that's a worldwide recession.
Already, the price for fertilizer has gone up. Considering that they have to get the countries that export fertilizer have to find alternative routes.
But yeah, this is no joke.
For chemicals and things that we need for civilization. And if you shut that down, the world economy tanks. And by the way, if you take out the government that controls one half of that strait, and that government is replaced by warring tribes, a civil war, then you open it up to piracy. And anybody with a $400 drone can prevent an oil tanker from getting through the strait. So chaos is actually the enemy of commerce, as are, you know, terrorist regimes. But chaos is actually even more of a threat because you cannot meaningfully negotiate with pirates, even with the Houthis. So, like, what was the plan? What was the plan to overthrow the government of Iran or even attack it in a meaningful way without jeopardizing core American interests? And the answer is there never was a plan, because the people who thought this up don't care about core American interests. And the net effect is to hand the Middle East to the Chinese, which is what is in process of happening. And I hope for the sake of the United States and the world that we can stop that. But the truth is, our real allies in the region are the 6 Gulf monarchies that control a lot of the world's energy. And by the way, they're pro-American and decent people, as you know, because you and I had lunch there. This is a nice part of the world. It's being destroyed. Yeah, these are our allies. We have bases in these countries for a reason, not just...
Can you guys hear this?
Oh, I can hear this clearly. And as somebody who grew up in that part of the world, the fact is, one, the 6 monarchies, the GCC as they're called collectively, 5 of them, and by the way, to correct Tucker, 5 of them are being hit hard. The 6th one, Oman, nobody touches them because they've always maintained, similar to Switzerland, a policy of neutrality. So they've been friends and cordial with everybody, so nobody touches them. So, yeah, true. And so Omani, they have never been, and Oman has a history of monarchy and sultanates. And Iran, if you look at the topography of how it's built and everything, even the ancient Romans couldn't conquer it or control it for too long, because the way it's built and everything, infrastructure, the topography, the terrain, everything. Even the Gulf, even if you try to invade like from the coast, the Iranian coastline is mostly uninhabitable. It's pretty harsh, unlike how it is across the Gulf.
Yeah,
where it's so Iran is a tough nut to crack. And this is not some place you can just destroy. And not to mention, even if you were to, like, you know, destroy the cause, you know, overthrow the Islamic Revolution, they're well insulated. If you look at the political structure, its bureaucracy, the way it's structured, is to avoid any type of collapse. And even if you were to overthrow them, you still have the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. They're not going away anywhere anytime soon. Those are 2 factors. So the clerics in them are running the ship. Excuse me.
These countries to the extent that I think they thought we would be able to. We've moved a lot of the anti-missile defense that might have protected them to Israel. And so for them, at the end of all of this, the question is going to be, do we allow the Americans to come back and occupy bases on the Persian Gulf? What's in it for us? We just got bombed for it. No one protected us. Our energy infrastructure is damaged. Our economy is offline for months as we rebuild it. In the case of Dubai, you know, it's a branding disaster. Like, there's no upside. And so at that point, the Chinese, the world's largest economy, kind of sat this out on the sidelines, said basically nothing, maybe called on to negotiate some kind of
very possible
peaceful resolution to this. The Chinese, not the US, the Chinese. And then it naturally follows that China, which is the largest trading partner of every country on both sides of the Persian Gulf, would become the dominant power in the Persian Gulf. It would become Chinese. So, like, if you thought about this for 2 minutes before advocating for it, you might arrive at that conclusion, or at least conclude that's possible. That could happen if killing an 86-year-old religious leader didn't cause a spontaneous creation of a pro-Western government, which was apparently Ted Cruz's plan. If that didn't work, what would happen? Well, China would take over. And so anyone who didn't think that through is either not qualified to lead anything, including one half of the state of Texas. That person is probably actively working against America's core long-term interests. I mean, I don't know what other conclusion to reach.
It's been reported that you described the attacks when they first happened as evil and dangerous. Is that true, and is that a reflection of how you felt in that moment when you heard it had finally happened?
I got a text from someone I've known for many years right when I woke up and said, "What do you think of this?" And I said, "Evil and disgusting," actually is what I said. And I wrote it to John Carl, as a reporter at ABC News, who I've known since the early 90s. I had no idea this was some kind of on-the-record thing. He immediately went on breaking news and, and reported that. I had no desire to get that out there. I want to present my views in a more cogent, thoughtful way than just growling right when I wake up in response to the news on my phone. But yes, I'm not running away from what I said. That was my initial reaction. I thought this was a disaster for American interests. I've thought that for many years. I've advocated against this war. I advocated against a war in Iran with Trump in the first Trump administration. So this is not a new position for me. I don't want to be vindicated in my fears, but unfortunately, I think the very few people who publicly oppose this are being vindicated because I don't know what the case is that this is good for the United States. No one's even attempting.
Yeah, there is no case this is good for the United States. It's a disaster. We've been listening to BGS. He's been playing. Hey, Snowman, if you've been listening to BGS recently on Trump, he's been saying, "How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck
that up?" And
I'll answer that easily like this. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying it applies. It
Yes.
applies every day.
Let's continue.
So instead, they say, "Well, you hate Jews," to which I always say, well, not only do I not hate Jews, I think anti-Semitism is immoral. It's against my religion. Shut up.
Look, at this point, people who constantly say that crap don't even believe in that religion, and they don't represent the people that are in that religion. And that needs to be
Me personally, because I am myself Semitic.
Yes.
I think that term anti-Semitism, first of all,
has been butchered.
Is a loaded term. Is a loaded term, intellectually inaccurate.
Yes.
And even Malcolm X was asked about that question. Are you anti-Semitic? He said, first of all, I am not an anti-Semitic, because if I'm an anti-Semite, that would mean I'm against Arabs. I'm also against Assyrians and other groups who are Semitic. This is just one group in a larger. This is one subgroup in a larger ethnic grouping that we're talking about. So to say we're anti-Semitism is just absurd to me, because I get attacked. I get easily attacked by Arabs and Jews alike because I'm melanated, and I'm only seen Semitic when it's convenient. So this whole shit about anti-Semitism needs to just go away and say, knock it off. Have Jews been persecuted? Yes, they have throughout their history in Europe. But this is not what it is.
Yes.
Well, go on. Sorry.
A bunch of different things create more loyalty to Israel. There's so much anti-Semitism. You must be loyal to Israel. That's definitely one of the aims of this. Another is to imperil the person you're calling a Nazi, because Nazis get shot. Everyone knows that. And the third is to make people who disagree with you, or who platform those who might disagree with you, or Bibi Netanyahu, censor them, take them off the air, shut them up, silence them. Those are the points of it. But at no juncture have I ever met anybody who has laid out like a kind of reasonable, even slightly fantastical, but just like logical case for how this war will benefit the United States, make us stronger, safer, richer. I've never heard that case. I'm waiting for it. I would love to hear it. I'd love to believe it.
You were in the Oval Office with President Trump. You were photographed with him. You met him, I think, maybe 3 times in the months leading up to this war. And I presume you discussed the potential for war in Iran with him. Did you try and persuade him that this would be a terrible idea?
Of course, that's why I went 3 times in a month, 5 weeks maybe. Yeah, that's why I went. And I've known him a long time, as you have, and always gotten along with him, still get along with him. I still like him. I'll always like him no matter what happens, just because I like him as a guy. And I think he's trying his best. But in this case, I couldn't have an effect.
You basically saying he fucked that up.
I tried sincerely. I wasn't getting paid for it. It's coming, of course, at some reputational cost.
How do you fuck
no one
that
wants
up?
to deal with being called a Nazi,
Mhm.
screamed at or threatened, or having your kids threatened, which has happened to me a lot. And no one wants to deal with that. But I just felt that this was so serious.
He
that I
has
was
kids?
worth doing whatever I could because, my gosh.
Yeah, he's been in the media for a minute. That's not surprising.
The balance of power.
No, I said he has kids.
I've never supported the idea of an American empire, but we have one.
I didn't know he had kids.
And it's in retreat.
That's not surprising.
But there's a way to manage that that's not damaging or profoundly damaging to the United States, the country that I actually live in, that I was born in. And this is not the way. Wars accelerate trends in progress. They bring massive and unexpected change. Every war does this. It's the nature of war. The second people start dying, all kinds of things you never anticipated will happen.
Mhm.
And you can't control them. You lose control of the process. I've covered wars. I've certainly watched a lot, read about a lot. I'm not an expert, but I try to apply obvious lessons through history to present day realities. And that was the first thing I said to the president and anyone else who would listen. Once this starts, the world is going to find out exactly how strong we are, which is not something you necessarily want to reveal. An implied threat is much more effective. In other words, like, you know, if we're squaring off for a fight and you look huge, you've been lifting a lot, I'm afraid of you, but I don't really know what you're capable of until I hit you or you hit me. And then we find out, and maybe it turns out you have no heart, you know, and you lose. I mean, war
Or a glass
is
jaw.
kind of the great reveal. And you don't necessarily want to go there, especially if you've ruled the world without question for 80 years and your capabilities have never really been tested. You haven't fought a big country really since 1953 when the Chinese entered the Korean War. So, like, you don't really know what you're capable of, and you don't really want to find out. Let's not find out. How's that? But I lost. So, as you can see.
Did you, when you were talking to him, Tucker, did you get a sense that he was on the fence about it, that he was potentially persuaded? Springer.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Guy, used to be a news anchor, mayor of Cincinnati, really interesting guy, much smarter than Ben Shapiro. So I took that as a compliment. But and I responded. He didn't like the response. He's come back. He's called me Jerry Springer again. He's called me a click whore. He says I'm a pussy bitch, and he goes on and on and on. I don't actually want to play the clip about me because he's trying to basically suggest that if you platform anybody that he hasn't approved as a person that can speak about Israel, in other words, someone who's a propagandist for Israel who will not criticize Israel, then you yourself are promoting anti-Semitism, therefore you're an anti-Semite, therefore you're basically borderline Nazi. But I do want to play what he said about you, because he's been railing the same stuff against you, which I don't think anyone who has watched this interview so far would have concluded, oh yeah, Tucker sounds like a raging anti-Semite. He sounds like a Nazi. You couldn't sound less like either of those things. And yet he's just posted this. Let's take a look.
I started originally criticizing Tucker Carlson for his economic programs back in 2018. And then in the more modern post-Fox iteration of Tucker, I started criticizing Tucker over his going to Russia to sniff the bread and kiss Vladimir Putin's ass.
Oh, like just like you kiss Benjamin Netanyahu's ass. Really, Ben.
My generalized critique of Tucker in the last few months has been, one, he hosted and glossed a Nazi, Nick Fuentes, which doesn't have to do with Israel. It has to do with glazing a Nazi, Nick Fuentes. And then,
okay, he had a twerp on. So what?
then I did a speech at Heritage in which I went through the fact that Tucker Carlson is in no way, shape, or form a traditional conservative. That he's a conspiratorial near-anarchist at this point, seeking to tear down the fundamental ideas and institutions of...
Oh, by the way, Candace Owens has come out and said that she one of the reasons she was so hard on black people is because people like Ben Shapiro encouraged it. What a shock.
The United States. Go watch the Heritage speech.
Show of hands, who saw that coming?
Wait. Hold on a second. Can you repeat that?
Candace
Owens did what?
Evidently came out and said that the reason she was so tough on black people is because people like Ben Shapiro encouraged it.
Bitch, please. You're just looking for, you know, what we call plausible deniability. Fucking liar.
Probably a little bit of that too. There's probably a little truth to both theories.
As a friend of mine put in a clip that he sent to me, bitch, are you for real?
Yeah.
That is all about
I remember
a general
that
view of the world and how it does not represent traditional conservatism in any way. I think that Tucker Carlson has fostered anti-Semitism by having on some of the worst anti-Semites in America over and over and over, and then essentially laundering their views.
So it's the same attack line, essentially, about the anti-Semitism, which is if you or I or Megyn Kelly, whoever it may be, dares to platform anybody who is critical of Israel, let's be clear. I mean, in my case, I've always made it crystal clear, as you have in this interview, I have absolutely no problem with Israel, the state of Israel, with Israelis, with Jewish people, many Jewish friends. It's nothing to do with that. I reserve the right as a journalist to criticize any government, and I particularly reserve the right to criticize the Israeli government, given what it.
I have 25 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat and support the show.
It's been doing in the last few years, as any decent journalist should, not least because in Gaza, for example, the Israeli government continues to ban international journalists from operating there or even going on into Gaza to verify what they've been up to. That alone should be a warning sign to everybody that the Israeli government has probably been doing things in Gaza it doesn't want people to know. So, but I took the same view. You know, I oppose the Iraq war. We've talked about this before, but I led the media campaign in the UK against the Iraq war, even though my own brother ended up fighting in it. But I opposed it, and I think was vindicated by what happened afterwards, sadly. But I opposed it and took on Tony Blair, who was the then British Prime Minister, even though my newspaper was the Labour sympathetic newspaper, the Daily Mirror, to the Labour government. But I did it because I thought it was the right thing to do. It didn't mean that I hated British people or my country. In fact, quite the opposite. It meant that I wanted to help the British people and help my country from stumbling into a disaster. And I sense from you that your position about Iran is not driven by a hatred of Jews or Israelis or Israel. It is driven by a sense that you feel this is bad for America and Americans, and probably bad for Israelis and Jewish people as well.
Yeah, I mean, I care about the United States. Again, I was born here. My family's been here hundreds of years. I care about it. I don't expect I'll be able to save it, but I want to do whatever I can to make it better and to avoid obvious disasters like this one. I don't want to attack Ben Shapiro, other than to say, like, that guy went to Harvard, and so did Bill Ackman. Like, at some point, you need to reassess. No, I'm serious, though. These are two of the most famous, richest people in our world. They both went to Harvard. I know them both, not geniuses, like not even close to geniuses. And so, like, our system itself is not producing wise people or even very knowledgeable people. Like, Ben Shapiro had no idea there was a strait at the end of the Persian Gulf and why it was important. You need a system that produces superior people. The British Empire did a pretty good job of this.
Agreed.
The United States before the Second World War did a pretty good job of this. We need to reassess our system. That's the first thing I would say. Second, you're right. This is absurd. I think I've actually even argued with you about Israel. I was taking a tougher position than you. You've been a defender of Israel. Yeah. That's why this is so crazy. He wants to talk about this in order to get, this is projection. You're all about clicks. No, actually, Ben Shapiro was all about the money and about the clicks. But here's the part that I think that we should be concerned about. It is now a crime in a lot of the West to criticize Israel. People were arrested yesterday in Australia for criticizing Israel outside, publicly, not attacking Jews, not attacking physically anybody, saying, I'm against the state of Israel. They're arrested for it. They're in jail tonight. That's also true in the UK, as you know. It's true in Canada. It's true throughout Europe. And Ben Shapiro and people in the administration would like to make that the law here. This is the last holdout of free speech on planet Earth, the United States. It's encoded in our Constitution. Also, I would say in the American DNA, we have a right to say whatever we believe is true, period. And that very much includes criticism of a foreign country. You'll never hear me saying from the river to the sea, because I'm not exactly sure what that means. However, if I want to say from the river to the sea, I certainly will. And I'll do that until I die, because that's my birthright. That's a right given to me by God, not the U.S. government. And Ben Shapiro and a lot of these people are saying it out loud. We need to penalize anti-Semites with the law. What does that even mean? You can never, in the United States, prosecute or even persecute someone for his beliefs. For your beliefs, you have the right of conscience in this country. The UK used to have it. Australia used to have it. New Zealand used to have it. Now they're going to jail for saying things that Ben Shapiro.
Keyword, used to have it.
I would give pushback with something.
Okay.
Does anybody remember the Red Scare and McCarthyism?
Well, I've read about it. Because I wouldn't say I remembered. I wasn't alive when that was happening, but yeah.
Well, the history of it, because remember, it was the Red Scare. Everybody was scared of communism,
right?
And I remember all those. And if I may,
yeah.
And Senator Joe McCarthy, Republican from Wisconsin, was spearheading at this. And one of the people assisting him was Donald Trump's mentor, Roy Cohn. And one of the biggest opponents in calling it out was the newsman Edward R. Murrow, because they were trying to stomp out communism. But at the same time, nobody says shit when you had George Lincoln Rockwell, start up the American Nazi Party at the same time.
Yeah.
So I say bullshit to what you're saying, but at the same time, when it comes to free speech in Europe there's some ethics to what they're saying, and you're allowed to say what you want. However, there are hate crime laws.
Mm-hmm.
There are laws against certain. No, you have protective speech. You have the right to express yourself. You don't have the right to call out, harm some people. You don't have the right to harass people because there's laws against that. And there are laws against incitement and discrimination. So get it straight, Mr. Carlson. The United States is a joke when it comes to that in certain aspects.
Yeah, if y'all want to finish that interview, you can finish it later. We're going to take a look at what BGS has been saying about that.
Oh, it should be good.
And,
before you do, I have a video coming on Monday. It'll be probably late Monday after my show. Yeah. All I will say is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark do not belong on the same team together, and I'll leave it there.
No.
Bishop Bullwinkle?
Wait. No. No. She's not coming here, is she?
I will just say that there has been evidence that I have viewed and a couple of others have viewed that support our theories. Or should
Please tell me that somebody didn't get traded?
Let me put it this way. I had a chance, my wife and I have had a chance to see Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on the same team during this World Cup qualifier.
Oh.
It don't work.
Oh, the FIBA World Cup. I get it. I said FIBA, folks.
Correctamundo.
Okay. I thought you meant for the regular WNBA season. Please, no.
No, we're talking about the national team here. Okay.
We're talking about Team USA that shouldn't have Angel Reese on it. Oh, did I say that aloud?
Say it again.
No, you didn't say it loud enough, actually.
Oh, you guys are using my line for me. Okay. I will say it again. Angel Reese never belonged on Team USA in the first place. Period.
Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
Before we get started, shout out to Josie for the $20 Cash App. Like, share, subscribe, hit that Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show, and Josie gets
cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Hi, Josie.
Thank you, Jules. Before we go further, tomorrow for me to finish off Women's Championship Week. They will decide the Northeast Conference at noon, and if I'm looking at this right, the Missouri Valley Conference at 2. I'll have both of those tomorrow.
Just a little side note.
Yeah.
How the hell do you not know how to play basketball and make the world's women's team? Oh wait, never mind.
Her name is Angel Reese.
How do you not know how to play basketball and make the? Okay, I know it's the WNBA and I'm using logic.
The fact that you're using logic
VHS.
on that subject, period, which I playfully get criticized by you guys.
Wait a minute, Snowman.
Yes, sir.
We need help from Mr. George Carlin. So could you please use a quote he had about logic or thinking?
I have a few in mind. He put one of them in the form of a question. Oh, you stupid, Art.
First of all,
you got shit for that, Art. Oh, you're not shit for that. Oh.
I love that movie. I will say this. I love that movie. Kim Wayans was funny in that movie because she did reflect a lot of the WNBA, the way she carried herself in that movie, her role. But Miguel Nunez Jr. was a bad motherfucker for doing that, because the fact that he had the balls to do that. He had the balls to do that, to go undercover and become a female white player and lead the WNBA.
Yeah, let me throw a few sounds out there. Oh, jeez.
There should be a sequel for Juano Man, by the way.
Let me throw a few sounds out there. First of all,
All-Star G, that's fucked up.
It's also true.
Yeah,
it's also true. A lot of people made something of Angel Reese when she did earn. Note the key logical word here: earn her national championship with LSU in 2023, when LSU became only the second team in NCAA history with a 100-point championship game. Trivia question for the night, the first one: who was the first one? And if y'all paid attention to my trivia questions, you should know this answer. But in All-Star G's defense, is Angel Reese a DEI athlete? Yeah. Ever since that game, her national championship win, and her game where Caitlin Clark got even and Angel Reese gutted it out with a 17-point, 21 rebound performance. Ever since then, she's done nothing.
She's been on the downslope.
Except have games where we invoke Mr. Paul Allen.
Are you kidding me?
Nothing. But a matter of fact, the Mazda teacher himself said it best. How do you categorize Angel Reese's game? With a simple phrase.
Now that's some bullshit.
All right, let's move on.
Yes, indeed.
This is an asshole because you guys bring him out, okay? And you almost like the guy because you always trying to antagonize. Bring him out.
Very hostile senior.
Okay. Let me play this real quick, okay? Like 5 or 6 minutes of it, because he was pissing Neymar off, and a lot of his stuff is what was going on in the background. Okay. Now I don't know who sent him or why he came up with this to try to sell this, but he did. Okay.
What pissed me off?
I don't know how.
No, he's talking about this dude over here.
Yeah, he said pissing Neymar off.
That's his name.
Oh, is it?
Possibility.
Yes.
Of that.
Oh, Neymar. Oh, my apologies.
Who's going to be the winner and who's going to lose?
All-Star G, you ain't shit that line, but you're also true.
It's very clear that the Trump policy is to shorten the war as quickly as possible and open Hormuz as quickly as possible. And that's the reason Trump initiated a telephone call with President Trump a few hours ago. But under the reading of the Russian details, because they're very significant, but begin with a very simple, maybe so obvious point. The general point when we're talking about military operations, political operations, strategy, is that empires don't end so quickly, and they don't end even when their emperors go mad. Let's understand a little bit more about the nature of the US empire and how it can survive even a loss in this war. And let's try to reduce the amount of exaggeration that a lot of wishful thinking, hope for a better outcome for Iran, for example, for the Arabs and the Palestinians, for example. Wishful thinking won't bring down the US empire, and it's not losing soon. General point. Evidence. Let's go to the evidence. Let me turn to what exactly happened when President Trump, with a group, he said there was quite a group of people on the line with him when they spoke for an hour with President Putin a few hours ago. It's very significant that the American side initiated the call. And now I'll read you what I'm looking at. The readout that was given by Yuri Ushakov, the president's national security advisor. And let me make his point, because this points at the way in which a war like this generates political division inside each of the combatant states, inside Russia, inside China, inside Iran, inside Israel, inside the Arab states, inside India. All these states are having political turmoil because there are very many serious differences. That's to state the obvious. Once one understands what's happening in political terms, we come to different conclusions. The first thing that the readout indicates is that the president made each president made a review of the situation, and the text of Ushakov indicates to me that Trump wants to make sure that the war will not be lengthened by anything Russia does. It's very important, obviously.
Now, bear in mind, Namer is from this Namer on the screen is from Iran, so that's why he's pissed.
Because the question of how much
Nima,
satellite intelligence, operational air defense intelligence, targeting intelligence, missile expertise, all of that stuff that China and Russia are providing Iran, or may provide Iran, or will provide Iran, or will resupply Iran, all of those issues lengthen the war. Trump wanted, it's clear from the text, to ask Putin to refrain from lengthening the war by helping Iran. He then offered, in exchange, increased US support for shortening the war in the Ukraine. In other words, Putin was offered a US deal. You stay out of the Iran war. You help us shorten the war on our objectives against Iran. You do little or nothing to assist Iran. We help you in your objectives with the Ukraine. That's the first and most important point to understand that the two presidents talked about. Second, of course, it's not public, but there it is in the text and in the understanding of my sources. The second point I read out, on our part, says Ushakov, the Russian part, a positive assessment of the mediation efforts made by the team of Donald Trump and personally was made. What does that mean? That's Putin's endorsement of what Kirill Dmitriev's been doing with Stephen Witkoff and Jared Kushner. That's very serious. After all, the entire world has seen Witkoff and Kushner perform a deception operation against Iran, a manipulation of negotiations, first about enrichment, then about missile capacity, and then negotiations without end to cover the preparations for imminent war. These two, as we've said before, as many of our colleagues on your program have said, Witkoff and Kushner have discredited themselves as negotiators. And yet there we have it. Putin has accepted Witkoff and Kushner as with a...
So basically, Trump is trying to bribe Russia to stay out of the war and only sell oil to the European countries. Now, is Vladimir Putin going to do this? Probably not. and the war is probably going to continue. And as my short said a little bit earlier, this can turn out to be an epic disaster for the United States if it goes wrong. And I suggest you guys play that they come to a peaceful solution as soon as possible. However, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But pray for it anyway.
The current war is no joke.
Government says the situation is under.
You can't listen to mainstream media. They're lying. Keep an eye out. This can and will get ugly. Pray for peace.
Now, let's go. Let's go to a segue here to get off this depressing stuff. Evidently, people are just now figuring out that Jamal Bryant is full of shit.
What took them so long? But then again, everybody has their timing. Everybody has their pace.
I know. Evidently, they're just now figuring out Jamal Bryant's full of shit. Now, if he hadn't been paying attention, don't feel bad. I hadn't been paying attention too much either. Jamal Bryant was allegedly participating in a quote-unquote Target boycott. It gets better. They were quote-unquote boycotting Target in defense of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
You a nut. I love you.
Could you sound any less masculine doing that?
Diversity, equity,
you slayed. You slayed, AV. You slayed.
Oh, shut up.
Where's when you need that shit?
Yeah, I do need to record that. Diversity, equity, inclusion. But that's what they basically mean.
Hold on a minute.
But
let me take care of this right now for you, because fortunately I was working on a soundbite earlier, and that I have my recorder open. I'm going to have you record that very line when I say go.
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
Got it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you slayed. You slayed. This man, AB just slayed it. He slayed it. You slayed, Queen. You slayed.
Gynocracy is over. The black manosphere is here to stay.
Now, I love that.
Oh,
Gynocracy is over. The black manosphere is here to stay.
Yeah, gynocracy. Kiss the back of my fat ass.
Mm-hmm. I like this one too.
I love Master Joe. He makes me want to claim I'm a black man for real. Nah, I'm still right. You blacks better let Master Joe define your blackness. Vote blue no matter who. I don't care if Master Joe got that dementia. Long as he still signing them checks. I'd let him run again with that Aka who slept away to the top. She do whatever her white husband tell her. Vote blue no matter who. Don't y'all forget, Master Joe was trained by Strom Thurmond. You gotta love those cone-head bed sheets. Y'all ancestors died so y'all can vote for that party started by a slave owner like I do. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who.
Now, first of all, AB Beta, your black ass was wrong for that because I detest the Democratic Party. I'm a Republican, and I got weed vitiligo. Get it straight, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Get the facts straight.
Okay, you want me to get my facts? Okay, Uncle. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, Uncle Ruckus, you want to give me my facts straight, right? Which party was supporting segregation back when you were cooning for those white folks? It was those mean old Republicans. Wait. Right. The ones back in segregation were the Democrat Party. And you supported.
Yeah, but I had to make the switch. I switched.
You didn't switch shit. You know, you still supported Joe when he said he didn't want his kids going to school with niggers. Come on, Uncle Rick.
Well, he was right about that. You don't want them getting exposed to jungle music and all that nonsense. Are you out of your freaking mind? So I can't do the voice anymore. But hang on, I need to drink of water. If I'm going to continue this. Where's Gary Anthony Williams when you need him?
I need to do some more with that shit though, for real. Make my own recordings on that crap, just on that animation, just for the fun of it. But let's get back to this. Guess who's crying about? Well, one of the people crying about Jamal Bryant was FD signifier. Let's take a look.
Talk about. This is Pastor Jamal Bryant. And if you are Black and of a certain political disposition, you are probably well aware that for most of the last 12 months, Black people have been boycotting Target.
We have? Have you noticed that? Snowman, as a black person, have you been boycotting Target?
Give him a minute. I think he's away from the mic.
Okay. Now, mind you, a lot of niggas never stop shopping at Target. And there's a whole conversation.
Why should we? I don't shop at Target to begin with, but anyway.
Conversation to be had about that, about, Target being too much of a status symbol to certain folks to actually boycott them. But that was a thing. So here's Pastor Jamal Bryant.
Blaming DEI, that's what one
ago.
of America's biggest companies is doing, as Target reported a slump in sales. Target is struggling after strategic missteps on DEI. And that
I told y'all, diversity, equity, inclusion.
is because people across the country have been boycotting the retail giant since March.
I love you, AB,
This is the man leading the growing effort.
It is not because of tariffs. It is not because of the stock market. It is because of the power of Black unification and the Black dollar. $12 trillion in spending power is not anything that we should laugh at.
So you've already heard some triggering terms, a couple things, more than what you think. But let's keep going.
Brian is fully aware that the African-American spending dollar has a whole lot of muscle, and his betrayal to our community has repercussions and consequences. As a consequence, the stock has plummeted, their valuation has gone down, and even his own salary has been slashed, all because he's been dishonorable and not integrous with the Black community.
So how long do you intend to continue this?
Until something shifts. We've got staying power. We've got a model. The Montgomery bus boycott 70 years ago went 381 days. And our community is resolved and focused and intentional that we're not going to spend our dollars with.
Look at your email. I left you a present.
We're not honored and we're not appreciated.
So other companies that have scaled back their DEI programs to varying degrees include Lowe's, McDonald's, Walmart, Amazon in some respects. So are you looking at expanding this beyond Target?
Oh, no, we're very clear. Over 17 companies have walked away from diversity, equity, and inclusion. But we decided with resolve and intentionality that we were going to do one at a time. Target is the first, it is not the last. And another company is going to be coming on the radar in the next couple of weeks.
In the next couple of weeks, there'll be another one. All right. So
I don't think that ever happened. All right. So you get the picture. I really still don't know where to start. So this was the beginnings, though, right? This is Pastor Jamal Bryant about 9 months ago. Pastor Jamal Bryant is an interesting figure. I wanted to interview him a while back. There was a picture I took with him. He knew of me. I exchanged emails with one of his assistants, and then I never heard back. I don't, generally speaking, don't begrudge folks in the core of Black media, of the Black media zeitgeist, when they ignore me. I accepted that might be a thing a minute ago. And now that now that I've offended one of the most significant figures in Black media in the Tyler Perry video, I'm sure that's only going to continue. Pastor Jamal Bryant is also in Atlanta. Atlanta's a small town. So I am confident everyone in Atlanta that cares to know about who's here knows I'm here. I was trying to build a bridge with him when this whole boycott thing started because I saw Nina Turner there. Nina Turner gave me some hope that there was the possibility of a more principled, progressive version of this boycott. Because a consumer boycott is not great. A consumer boycott is not what we need right now. Pastor Jamal Bryant, he commands organizational power. When I met him,
and people wonder why I'm not affiliated with the Black church right now. How a blasphemer has that kind of influence. That's why people are leaving the church, particularly the Black church.
It's because he announced on a Saturday or Sunday that they were going to have a mass meeting Tuesday night. There would be a meeting about this boycott, and there was a good 500 people there. A lot of people, especially a lot of leftists, miss the power of the Black church. Then as I got closer to learn more about Black political history, it forced me to be like, you know what? Now that I'm reading about it, the Black church is actually an incredibly powerful tool for liberation, or at least it once was. I personally believe that it could.
Keyword, once was.
Mm-hmm.
Was. Keyword was.
Could be again if something like this were to have the opportunity to grow and manifest into something more progressive and more radical. And when you see Jasmine Crockett's replacement,
I slow down here because there is a political environment that has made othering okay. A political environment that has weaponized hatred. And as a consequence,
anyway,
we have a terrorist group of agents who are moving throughout this nation and engaging in waging war on communities, especially communities of color. I'm here to fight against that.
Look at this man's shirt.
Watch this, any kind of hatred that would allow us to fund not just a war in Gaza.
Not just a war.
That ain't no war. That is a damn genocide that is taking place. But a country that will stand by that kind of genocide is a country that needs to be rebuked in the name.
And remember, folks, they're doing all of this. They're doing all this in the name
diversity, equity, inclusion.
Glad you got the present.
Yep. Remember, they're doing all this in the name
diversity, equity, inclusion.
Name of Jesus.
And so you may have your church hurt experiences. I can't speak to that. I never grew up in the church. Boring run-of-the-mill pastor slop. What? Small eyes. No. You haven't heard real pastor slop. If you think this is run-of-the-mill pastor slop, this is liberation theology. And liberation theology is a real thing, is a powerful thing, and it does not, this is not what Pastor Slop is. It is a tool that, if harnessed, I think has great potential for progressive movements in this country. Liberation theology was behind the most powerful leftist movement, working class movement in American history, which was the civil rights movement. I mean, you can say you know, but you're literally illustrating you don't. This is what I hoped that Jamal Bryant could push towards as he started kind of flirting with the idea. And I said to myself, if this man is commanding a mass movement of people, wouldn't it be dope?
Okay. If you're a Christian and you're following Jamal Bryant, let me know where your church is, and I'll be sure not to go to it.
If I'm in his city, to at least communicate with him what a radical version of that movement might look like. But we never talked. Because to me, a consumer boycott, no, nothing special. But I said this to Deontay Kyle on the Grits and Ness podcast the other day, that if you take those, 500.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. Him talking to Deontay Kyle.
Lowered expectations.
Anyway.
Some odd people that met that one Tuesday. You take those church aunties and you say, hey, y'all meet me at the Target distribution center in Atlanta or in Atlanta suburbs in Stockbridge or wherever it is. And we shut down the distribution center. You'd be surprised how quickly the DEI rules change because they start losing money. You'd be surprised how quickly
I'll do it again.
Lowered expectations.
All right, I'm gonna speed this up because this is boring me. Basically, Jamal Bryant said the protest is over, and now black people now that the black people that fell for that shit are pissed. Like, we didn't get anything. It's like, what do you expect? What do you expect from blaspheming false prophet? And now they're crying about it. Like I said, they're just now figuring out that Jamal Bryant is full of shit, and I'm so glad you said that.
I thought you would catch that one.
I'm so glad you said that because it's so damn true.
You big dummy. For every dummy, there's a dummy.
Dummy.
You big dummy. What the hell y'all think about that? First of all, folks, I gotta get something off my chest. And yeah, I'm skinny, so don't ask me what chest, AB. Anyway, dummy. Yeah, I said it. I ain't appreciating I'm skinny, so don't try to skinny shame me. Ain't gonna work. Anyway, AB. First of all, we knew who Jamal Bryant was. And we know the church he watches over. For anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, this some bitch is the pastor at the mega church of the late Eddie Long.
Yep.
So we know we got there plenty of skeletons in the closet of that church.
Yes, indeed.
And this man also disrespects the memory of Kevin Samuels. He was chased out of Baltimore. That's why he's in Atlanta. We can ask our brother Charles about that.
Evidently, Kevin Samuel's sorority brothers got on him about that because next week he apologized for that shit. What's going on, Louis?
Kappa Alpha Psi.
Who apologized?
What's up, Louis?
Jamal Bryant for going after Kevin Samuels. He apologized for that the next week.
Oh, Satan might be dead.
Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Well, we gotta.
Somebody got a feed on. They need to cut it off.
Okay, that was Louis. Oh, by the way, before we end this, I think there's one thing. There's a verse in the Bible that sums up Jamal Bryant.
Yeah, you'll know them by the
AB
fruit.
Media. No. That it's from that chapter, but you went ahead.
Beware
it's Matthew 7:15. Yes, Matthew 7:15, my favorite verse.
Beware of false prophets, you'll know them by their fruit.
No, that's not what it says.
Okay, that's not what it says verbatim, but yeah, okay.
Beware of false prophets, for they will come to you, for they will appear to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. But what we have here is actually a sheep in wolf's clothing. Or should I say a sheep trying to pretend like he's a wolf dog. And this wolf dog is looking at him like, and this sheepdog looking at him like, nigga, please.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, are you sick?
And shouts out to the Kappas.
Women have to spend so much time weeding through the bad men.
We started off with the waterboarding today.
Shout out to Mr. Z Black in Effect for this stream this morning.
Continuing.
I believe men when they say that there are a lot of good men out there, you're just messing with all the bad ones. That can be true. But what can also be true is that there are so many bad men that women have to spend so much time weeding through the bad men that by the time they get to the good men, they don't care anymore. Women are in a state of crisis, a state of survival because there is so many bad.
Now that's some bullshit. But let's continue.
If men want women to be more receiving of men, what they will do will be leaders to other men instead of trying to lead women and tell women what to do. Men spend so much time and effort in trying to subjugate men instead of being leaders of other men that they fail entirely. Women are really good at
Hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show.
policing each other and having discourse about our behavior. In fact, almost 80% of all internet discourse is women both creating and consuming. The only conversations that it seems that men are having are about women and women's behavior, right? And that's because y'all are scared of each other. You don't want to confront the bad men. You don't want to have conversations with the men who are ruining it for the rest of you because y'all are afraid. That's not leadership, babe. You're not the apex predators, the apex leaders that y'all think y'all are if you're afraid of the other men in your community. Men cannot be community leaders if they refuse to get out and be.
Please, time. Considering the fact that I spent time with two of my daughters this evening, as well as my beautiful wife, I think they will agree when I play this here button.
Now that's some bullshit.
Oh no, the real bullshit is about to come up.
Wait, what?
Oh yes, there's more. Oh, there's more. There's definitely more.
In front of the community. You are not a leader that you can control a woman and children. Being physically stronger than women and children does not make you a leader, sir. What would make you a leader is showing that you have the ability to create change and help create better circumstances for your community. At some point, men are going to have to pull their weight, and pulling your weight means getting other men in check. Women are checking each other every day. We're trying to get women to stay.
Hold it. Hold the fuck up.
I told you that there was more bullshit coming.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. What the moose's ass is this bitch talking about? You're saying that play it. I'm gonna hate myself for hearing it, but I'll let it play out. I don't know why I'm doing this. Wait. Let me do it the way I do it on the morning show. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this and let this play f***ing out. Now go.
Stay away from the bad men. We're trying to tell women not to, that you have the ability to create change and help create better circumstances for your community. At some point, men are going to have to pull their weight, and pulling your weight means getting other men in check. Women are checking each other every day. We're trying to tell women to stay away from the bad men. We're trying to tell women not to be in single mothers. We're trying to tell women how to behave. We don't see that from the men. Women can police ourselves, okay? We've been doing it for a very long time. What we don't see is men being involved with other men. Period, point blank. Y'all think that the only system for checking men's behavior should be the justice system. Absolutely fucking not. If men want to be leaders, who they will start leading is other men. Period. Y'all all claiming y'all alphas. You're an alpha male, but it seems like the only people y'all are being alphas over is women and children. That's not alpha male behavior. See, an alpha male is an alpha over other men, other males. So until y'all start doing that, I don't want to hear shit else about alpha male behavior, alpha male this. You're not an alpha, you're a fucking beta. You're a cog in the motherfucking machine. And until y'all men start stepping up in your community, shut the fuck up, please.
Give me a 20 second timeout. 20-second timeout, Pacers. She is actually in the all types of blue hell trying to tell men what alpha males are.
Yep.
Am I hearing this correctly?
You're hearing it correctly.
This is not the first and definitely not the last person, but go ahead.
Just a moment. I need 30 seconds.
She said that they were holding black women accountable, right?
I gotta.
Now that's some bullshit.
Do you call this holding black women accountable?
It'd be like, oh, I want a girl who loves me, who's crazy about me. No, you don't. No, you don't. You want to know why? Because then we do some crazy girl shit. And then you will be like, why you acting crazy? Why you locking me in this room? And this is what you wanted. This is what you asked for.
Whoa. Whoa. First of all, the look on her face Says it all. I wish I'd have known that in 2015, but I digress. The look on her face says everything.
$350 to find out is Ruth Chris fine dining. Because y'all said it was apple.
Look at how she's holding the fork. Look at how she is holding the fork.
Exactly.
My mouth dropped when I saw that shit.
I just want to sum it up by saying one thing. Actually, I got to sing it out. It's a thin line between love and hate.
I have no.
If y'all remember that song by the Persuaders, and if you remember that movie with Martin Lawrence, you get the picture.
What you know about fine dining? Plus, Ruth Chris is not a fine dining establishment.
Black men,
it really isn't.
You guys got to do better without black women.
Why? Why?
Wait.
You guys.
Did she say?
Yeah.
Hey, B, I know I'm 53 years old and I'm the oldest guy in the place aside of BGS, but did she just say that black men have to give me this?
Exactly, Aquateki cavemen.
Aquateki, salute to you for that. Salute to you for. I had better table etiquette when I was homeless in Michigan City, Indiana.
Yeah.
Then what the hell I just saw?
Really need to do better, okay? It is no reason that a woman should have to pull teeth for you guys to take her on a date. That is like bare minimum effort at its finest. I look around, I see all of these couples out here with their women, taking them out to dinner and just having a really, really nice time. And you guys be up here arguing and fussing about taking a woman to get some lunch. Do you know how ridiculous you sound? Do you know how
Why would we take you to go get some lunch?
Playoffs? Manly you sound. Playoffs? But you expect her to give you her time, her energy, and all of this effort.
Wait.
Thank you. And you're not doing absolutely nothing for her.
Why would we take someone like this out when she doesn't look the part in the first place?
Well,
there's only one woman that I take out to lunch often when the opportunity presents itself. You know the best part about said woman that I take out to lunch often when the opportunity presents itself? I'm married.
She's very appreciative.
He is.
I don't know if it's because you guys don't have fathers. I don't know if it's that you guys have never been taught these things. I don't know what it is, okay?
It's your attitude.
Outside of our community, men are men, all right? I don't know where you guys have adopted this weird, unmanly behavior from.
I'll answer that question.
Unmanly?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
The way you guys
you can't even say the word correctly.
Black women. It is sickening.
What is she dipping that in?
I was out here dating, I tell you.
What the hell is that
no
anyway?
way I would be dealing with that foolishness from you guys.
What in the vital
not even a little bit.
What in the vital blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell is that she's eating?
Like I want a girlfriend, and I don't like girls. I swear to God, I don't like motherfucking girls. But why
bullshit?
That shit just looks so good on that bitch.
Portia Williams has a girlfriend because no man worth his salt is going to put up with that bullshit.
Exactly. Look good. Her girl look good. Bitch, that's the type of shit I'm said. Do I need to get a girlfriend or what? Damn. Do I need to cross over to the other side or fucking what? God just showed me
because none of them would want you either.
Cross over to the other
Hey,
side
pause. I got Shantae Wade's response to that.
Good, bitch. I mean, shit. Anybody looking for a girlfriend?
Hey, B, if you could pause for a minute, please.
Williams, Portia.
Hold on.
Williams. So you, yeah, I will root for you on the other side, but bitch, you look good.
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
Me neither.
Anyway, I believe Shantae Wayans said it best, and Shantae Wayans is gay and married. she said this, and she has jokes where she will crap on straight women who try to cross over. She said, well, this one she said was like, to all the straight women who are unattractive in the straight world, stay on your side. Don't cross over. Yeah, we're gay, but we see straight.
Mm-hmm.
We're gay, but we see straight. We know why you're over here. Now, first of all, as far as Portia Williams goes, is she bi?
Y'all.
I don't know. Don't care.
Do your shit. Do your shit, sir. Portia, do your shit, sir.
I would never pay a man.
Can we just get past this?
We are going to be
Say
equal.
it.
Past this?
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for
Wait
worse.
for it.
For better, for worse.
Wait for it.
For poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
Shout out to Aquatech for the $10 cash app.
To love.
Cherish. And obey.
Bingo.
To love.
Bingo.
Cherish. And obey.
I'm not saying that word.
Say it.
I'm not saying that word. I'm not obeying anybody. I don't obey anybody, especially him. So you can continue with.
You obey the law.
I would have walked off right after that, but this keeps on going on.
That word. Cherish. I'm not obeying nobody. I'm not saying that word. You think I am about to start my life off obeying a man? Never. I'm not obeying anybody.
Pretty well.
Obeying a man, pretty.
We can continue without me saying that word.
I'm so scared.
Now, to be fair, this is partially his fault because he should have vetted her before they even got here.
Well, before they got.
Wait a minute, didn't they have a wedding? Didn't they have a dress rehearsal before the big day?
No.
I'll
tell you right now. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. That would have come up then.
Vows are
Well before
vows,
that.
and you have to abide by them. And that word obey, I'm definitely not obeying you.
She triggered by that word.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. I'm not trying to
She
show
triggered
off,
by
but
that
I'm not
word.
obeying. I'm not saying that word obey. I am not.
You're trying to serve in front of your family.
I am not. We either gonna continue or we can leave.
Y'all know that's a skit,
We
right?
can leave because I'm not saying that word obey.
I walk out.
You can continue past it.
Yeah, she wanted that. She wants
Go
out.
ahead and continue.
Say it,
I'm
girl.
not saying obey. You can obey. I'm not saying obey. I'm not obeying nobody.
That's an entitlement.
Is it?
You know what?
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't say it was a skit.
That's a skit. Definitely a skit. It's very yeah, people do that a lot, you know. They make up scenarios they think will go viral. Lots of people do that. It's a lot. You can tell. They're trying to act. Definitely. That's a skit. But they made the point. They're trying to make a point. Yeah. What's up, AB? How are you?
I wish that was a skit. I don't think it is.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
I do. Ramadan Kareem.
I do.
I will say this. Y'all remember there was another skit similar to that, in which the woman paused when they were supposed to say for richer, for poor, for better, to have it to hold, for richer and for poor, and sickness. She paused at for richer and poor. She was like for richer, but she would say for poor.
Yeah,
she would not say that.
Mm-hmm. She wouldn't say that. That just lets you. But and this is why I ask those questions. Most of these people, when they have these weddings, don't they usually have like a dress rehearsal?
Usually,
you have people write their own. They write their own.
Some people do write
that too. That too. Write their own vows.
That's what
in fact, there was one. I remember. There was a clip I saw of one couple's wedding. It was an interracial couple. The groom was black. The bride, I think, was Latina. They wrote their line. They wrote their verse, their vows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it took it, but just to prove the point that it took them this long just to get married. When she pulled out her unfolded the paper that was her vows, she had to blow the dust off it as a joke. Let them know I've been waiting this long to write these vows, to recite these vows and get married.
Yeah.
I did mine. We did
And the
ours.
whole crowd laughed.
We did ours off the top of our head. We actually did 2 sets of vows. We did the standard, and then we did our own, like off the top of our head.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Great wedding.
It's interesting. Hey, where I'm from, we don't do it like that. You know, in our tradition, what it is like, you know, you go. The groom collects the bride, brings her to the church. They wear the traditional.
I heard. Oh yeah.
We have the master teacher in the building.
Man, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, man. Why is he still holding her hand and she's saying that to him in front of all them people?
Man, I would have walked up and said, I ain't gonna obey
No. As soon as she got loud, I said, you better lower your voice if you still want to get married.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you do and say these words.
By that time, master teacher, I would have echoed your words of,
I ain't got no time for this bullshit. I mean, you know what the thing, if she gonna show her ass in front of all these people on wedding day, you got hell to pay for the rest for the time that you're married. You know what? And you know, I might even get more devious. I'd say, okay, but you don't have to say it. Okay, when it come down to say sign the document, that wedding license, I ain't signing this shit.
Oh yeah.
VGS is the type of who is very vindictive and does not take kindly as a Gemini. And
you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this, man. You know, because I'm a fairly neutral person. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not mean. I'm fair, and I don't like embarrassing anybody if I can help it. Right? Can I cuss?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Ain't no way that bitch would say to me on a fucking wedding day and expect me to fucking marry her. Bitch, you better. I said kick rocks, okay? I'll take the loss.
Exactly.
Yep.
You're gonna put your ass on your shoulders in front of all these goddamn people. Okay. If you had any doubts about saying anything, you should have said that way before we entered into this situation. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And the thing,
which is why I asked earlier if they had the dress rehearsal. If they had a dress rehearsal before the big day.
I don't care. It's the fucking justice of the peace. If that bitch said that, I'd walk out.
Yeah.
How are you, BGS?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here. I had wanted to bring this, and I'm glad this.
Let's keep on in the front lane of what we talked about now. If you want to get to something else, we can get to it later. Okay.
No, it's the same.
I hate when dudes be
It's the
like,
same.
"Oh, I want a girl who love me, who's crazy."
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. My bad.
I was going to make the comment that I was going to speak on this. I think because some of this is about feminism, what we're looking at, and I have a kind of new idea. Maybe a lot of people dislike feminism because it actually exposes what women really are, not what we want women to be.
That ain't got nothing to do with feminism, baby. I know a whole bunch of feminists would never do that on a wedding day in front of that man.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't mean that particular thing, but I'm saying it's in the vein of thinking about.
Especially white feminists.
That is not feminism. That's called disrespectful behavior. And
right. But I'm just saying that there's an idea that I had that maybe reason why people don't like feminism in general is because it points out more like what women's nature really is than what we want it to be.
People don't like feminism because feminism does not work. Okay, that's why they don't like feminism. And the thing is, your elites keep pushing these ideas down on people, and they keep trying to run these theories and run these particular situations, and the shit don't work. But nobody has guts enough to toss it out and put in something else. Because feminism, okay, because in 1972, because you look back at the ERA, in 1972, your Congress voted in the whole pact of feminism, and guess who tore that shit up? It was actually white women. Okay, women didn't want that shit. So women really do not want feminism. They like the performance of it because it gets them because they can use it as a club to get their way. That's all it is. They don't want feminism. They just pretend at it.
Yep. Shout out to Mr. Z and shout out to Louis for that digital art AI artwork.
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going back and listening to and reading what's her name that killed the ERA. Okay, and she said it, man. And it said Feminism does not work for a social society, man. It kills everything, and that's what it's doing.
Yeah, I'm not talking about feminism per se. I'm saying that the nature of women is a certain type of way.
Yeah.
And I think that women have probably pretended and cosplayed to be differently than they actually are. And feminism points it out. Feminism is like, nah, women ain't really like what you think. They're really like this. I think that's what I'm saying.
The thing, what's going to kill feminism ultimately is men starting to be who they really are.
Yes.
Instead of who they're socialized to be. That's what you're seeing with the boys. That's like you have all these black chicks talking about men ain't taking us out on dates, and they're not showing up to dates, and they're not doing this and not doing that, because that's who men really are if they're not socialized to be that way. And she said it. Who's training y'all? Because disease is showing you.
We started off with the waterboarding today. Continuing.
I believe men when they say that there are a lot of good men out there, you're just messing with all the bad ones. That can be true. But what can also be true is that there are so many bad men that women have to spend so much time weeding through.
That y'all keep dating and screwing, but anyway.
The bad men, that by the time they get to the good men, they don't care anymore. Women are in a state of crisis, a state of survival, because there is so many bad men. If men want women to be more receiving of men, what they will do will be leaders to other men instead of trying to lead women and tell women what to do. Men spend so much time and effort in trying to subjugate men instead of being leaders of other men that they fail entirely. Women are really good at policing each other and having discourse.
No, they're not. Bullshit. That's bullshit. That is bullshit.
About our behavior. In fact, almost 80% of all internet discourse is women both creating and consuming.
That may have been true at one time, but it sure as hell ain't true now.
I mean, women don't police women. They don't. Okay.
In fact,
that
they
men
do
are
the
having
opposite.
are about
They
women
let 'em
and
go.
women's behavior, right? And that's because y'all are scared of each other. You don't want to confront the bad men. You don't want to have conversations with the men who are ruining it for the rest of you because y'all are afraid. That's not leadership, babe. You're not the apex predators, the apex leaders that y'all think y'all are if you're afraid of the other men in your community. Men cannot be community leaders if they refuse to get out and be in front of the
Apex
community.
predators?
You're not a leader because you think that you can control a woman and children. Being physically stronger than women and children does not make you a leader, sir. What would make you a leader is showing that you have the ability to create change, to help create better circumstances for your community. At some point, men are going to have.
In other words, as long as you're working for us and doing what we want you to do,
as long as you're doing what Mama said,
then you're apex predator.
To pull their weight. Pulling your weight means getting other men in check.
And
Women are checking each
you hear black men in the black community say the exact same thing that she's saying. So she's not saying anything different than what other guys say.
Yeah, she's repeating the alpha your way through it.
The way through this shit. They just went through that shit with Clarence Jr. The same shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And I always say, point to me any civilization, any society that works the way you think that you're pointing to work. Okay. And women are the way they are. Point me to it.
every day. We're trying to tell women to stay away from the bad men. We're trying to tell women not to be in single mothers. We're trying to tell women how to behave. We don't see that from the men. Women can police ourselves. Okay, we've been doing it for a very long time. What we don't see is men being involved with other men. Period. Point blank.
The thing is, and you guys, y'all get on the airwaves, you get on social media, you do it in TV and stuff like that. You guys run to the bad men. Those the bad boys, your preferred men to deal with. What are you talking about?
Yep.
You white women talk about things. You say the same shit. Oh well, we like the bad boys because they funny. When bad boys are fun, disposable.
That the only system for checking men's behavior should be the justice system. Absolutely fucking not. If men want to be leaders, who they will start leading is other men. Period. Y'all all claiming y'all alphas. You're an alpha male, but it seems like the only people y'all are being alphas over is women and children. That's not alpha male behavior. See, an alpha male.
You know,
so until y'all start doing that, I don't want to hear shit else about alpha male.
In other societies, mama, okay, that alpha male would have backhanded you.
Oh yeah,
and dared you to open your goddamn mouth again. Okay?
Open your mouth again.
This ain't that society, okay?
Yeah.
because that's why I played that stuff in the feminists in Africa, in South Africa, right? As soon as he told her, did you Zulu? All of a sudden she backed down. Okay, she said, yeah, you know, when we get home, we got to do that. Yeah, you know how it is. This is
Like I
not this
told you
society.
before, BGS. I think that when women circumstances change, when they get money, they get education, the true self comes out, and it's not what y'all assume.
Okay, this thing is, you know why the true self doesn't last long, baby? Because guess what happens to any female-led society over time?
What's that?
Guess what? The men leave.
Yep.
No, they don't.
Guess what? Yes, they do. What? Prove it to me. Because I researched this over the last 15 years. Prove it to me. What book did you read that's not true?
I don't know about no books.
No. What I ain't know about no books. What the thing is, you don't know because you never researched it. I did.
Everything's not research. I'm looking at the world. We have people having children. We have people who are being married.
What female-led society still exists on
I
this
didn't say
planet?
about female-led.
Well, female-led. The thing is, if you let women act like that over time, the men are gonna leave. If society, you know what happened to women if this society wasn't putting checks on men doing shit.
In this modern era, I don't think that's working.
Ask them hoes down in Mexico, okay? They're found in the fucking desert. Why do you think they don't talk back like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's right across the board. You know what, baby? They do that. The ones fresh off over the border. Let me finish this. When dumb chicks that come across the border, that come to Southern California, and get that mindset here, guess what happened to them? They get them bodies get found. Okay. These Latinas here, especially the first and second generations, they do not play that shit. Okay, the only people that really play that shit are for the most part, is really black men. Black men are the only group of men on the planet that actually play that shit. They don't play that shit in Korea, they don't play that shit in China, and they don't play that shit in Latin America. We're the only ones that play that shit.
Well, you know, the Asian men get to the point where they don't have women anymore because of the way they behave.
The Asian women,
the women are done with them.
And guess what the Asian men are doing? The Chinese and the Koreans.
Imported.
They're imported. They leave. Okay, you know what? Y'all don't want to act right. Guess what? Stay alone. We're going to go someplace and get more women. And
who are they getting? Because black women don't want them and white women don't want them. Who they getting? Who the Asian men get?
So black women are the only other women on the planet?
I said black and white, and a lot. I don't see.
Bitch, please. You'd be surprised how many Korean men are married to white women.
Oh yeah. Korean men married to white men. So in other words, okay, the Asian men here, is there a Korea?
You know, they say in
are you gonna answer my question or what?
The dating apps, they say.
Are you gonna answer my question? Or guess who's the most married? Was the most married man? One of the most married men in the United States.
Who's that?
Asians, 70-something%.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Guess who's the least married man in America is?
I guess I don't know.
Black. Yes. So they're getting women from somewhere, aren't they?
Well, I know them dating apps and stuff. A lot of them say no Asians. A lot of the white and black say no Asians. It's very common to see no Asians, no fat, and no gays or something like that.
In dating and sexual circumstances, guess who the most desired men are? White and black. Sexually, it's black men. Okay. In the marriage market, guess where we fall. Guess who rises to the top when it comes to marriage?
Who?
Asian, East Asian and West Asian. Okay, Indians and East Asians, and white men fall in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think like this picture, if white women are the answer, black men should just go get them white women and be happy. Like Snowman.
The Snowman can tell you. Okay, for a black man in America to get a white woman is a task that you got to be willing to go through, because it's not easy in the United States to have a white woman.
It is.
Okay, it's not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Allow me. May, I have been happily married to Jody for 7 years. We've been together for 8 years. You don't know half the things and half of the times that we have gone through together, her community and mine.
Yes.
We have both been through it between Indiana and North Carolina, two of the most racist states in the country. All right. Do you know how often I have been not just accused, but told I've been code switching when I'm just being myself out with my wife? I can tell you incident upon incident upon.
He's speaking from
first hand. Will you please?
He's speaking from first-hand experience. Don't let you embarrass right now.
This is an experience I've had. This is an experience I've had for 8 years now. Even before we got married, we've been treated like shit since we've been a couple. We just laugh at their ass.
Yeah.
The most disliked coupling, the most disliked coupling in the United States is a black man and a white woman.
Very true.
Black men and white women.
It's not.
Period.
It's not,
and it
has,
and that is like, and it has tripled. And I'm speaking from firsthand experience. And I'll tell you again, the situation. Jody and I have lived in two of the most racist states in the country, Indiana and North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the experiences that we have been through as a couple since 2018 would break other couples. Period. Imagine being in a. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to interrupt. I thought you were at the sentence. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Imagine being in a restaurant. Doesn't matter what restaurant it is,
or what color
and the
people
server, or what color the people, and the servers continue to walk by you and pay you no attention and take your order while they are walking away. Oh, you want to know the kicker to this? You know the color of the server that kept walking by us? Take a guess.
No, yeah, they don't. Black women do not like that.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, black women do not like.
Correctamundo.
They barely tolerate black men dating Latinas.
I'm married and I still look at them nasty. So I know what you're saying, but the thing is, isn't it less powerful? I mean, less painful for you? Let me ask you. Let me not set it up like that. Is it more painful for you to try to force yourself to be with a black woman, or try to deal with the fallout from people being racist towards y'all being interracial? Which one is more painful?
I didn't hear your question, honey. I'm sorry.
What she's saying? Which is harder? Okay, being married.
I'm sorry. My internet had cut out. I didn't hear her question.
Go ahead and repeat it, May.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I have. Go ahead.
I was saying, is it more painful for you, or would it be more painful for you to try to be with a black woman and it's not working, the energy wise, or if finding one that works with you, or would it be more painful for you to tolerate the racism of people not liking y'all being interracial with Jody?
Let me explain that in one situation. Let me explain that in one situation, and I'll let and the guys here know the difference of what I'm about to tell you. I went through and beat stage 4 pancreatic cancer. My wife Jody was with me and has been with me the entire time. In 2010, I was dating a black woman, and I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Ask me how many times she visited me in the hospital when I was laid up in the hospital for 3 weeks. I'll answer that for you. Not once. Not once.
Stark difference.
And Jody visited, and when I went through blood clots in both lungs and stage 4 pancreatic cancer, 2 toe amputations and kidney failure, every time I was in the hospital, Jody visited me at least twice a day. Once before she went to work, and she came to me after the day was done.
You know what, so man, it might be ugly to hear. Okay, it might be ugly to hear, but growing up in a gynocratic black family, you know what? The wife is hoping that you died.
What'd you say, BGS?
Yeah, kind of.
I said, growing up in a gynocratic family and being around black women and seeing this stuff in real life and how these women react. Okay, they were hoping that you died.
Yep. Yes. In fact, In fact,
Hey,
May,
I ain't gonna tell you how I know. Okay.
Oh, I know how you know. Let's go to my own family.
Hey,
Okay.
I'll tell you how I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you these two situations where I know that the gynocrats in my family wished I had died.
Mm-hmm.
2003, I went through congestive heart failure when I was weighing a lot heavier than I am right now. And as I mentioned, in 2010, when I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and my sugar crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Both times, didn't see my mother, didn't see the woman I dated. Not once. In fact, May, when I went through congestive heart failure, men came to visit me. My nephew's father, my father, 3 of my friends all came to check in on me and ask me how I was doing. I didn't hear from any of the gynocrats in my family once. Period.
Dang, that's strange.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I love the men in my family a lot.
No,
you might, but the thing is, you have to understand the totality of the black community. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Okay, so man, what you're saying? I'm sorry. Go ahead, AB. I'm sorry.
And just for reference, there was a time where it was very dangerous for black men to even think about looking at a white woman the wrong way.
It's still dangerous.
It still is
dangerous, but unfortunately, nowadays,
you get if you're gonna be with a white woman as a black man, I tell them all the time. Even Donovan Sharp says it. You got to be 100% sure with her.
Yes.
Yep.
Not 10, not 50, not 50.
You gotta
be
be
100% sure. You got to be 100% sure about her.
You got to take every pitch thrown at you that's aimed at your head.
Yes.
And when I met Jody, I knew it from the day I met her.
Yeah.
From the day I met her.
So as a black man with a white woman,
if she's less than 10 toes down, you can't be with her. Okay.
Exactly.
So as a black man with a white woman, it looks like what you're saying is that it is better to deal with the racism from people who don't want to see.
I'm dealing with what woman
than it is to deal with black women, right?
Let me explain it to you, May, because what you're not getting is that white woman is doing way more than that black woman to be with that black man. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
He's not with her because she is white. Okay.
I'm with her because she appreciates me.
And she's 10 toes down with Snowman's program and who Snowman is. That's why he's with her. Had nothing to do with her color. If I'm wrong, Snowman, please tell me.
No, I didn't make it about her color.
BG, bullshit. That's the first thing you attack.
You literally just said that. That's the first thing you said.
I didn't attack you.
No, I'm not saying you attacked me. I'm saying that's the first.
Yes, you did. Really.
Hold on, y'all.
That's the first item you attacked. When I met Jody 8 years ago, it was never about her color. You know what she simply did for me? She made me laugh. She made me smile. She made me think. And hold on to your seats. She appreciates me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She has shown me more appreciation in 8 years than I have ever had with a black woman. And I was married to a black woman once upon a time. Let me make that point clear.
Sorry for your loss.
I know. All I'm saying is you approve, Snowman, that it's better to have a white woman who loves you, right? All that, and deal with the fallout that you say makes it hard to be in an interracial relationship. That's definitely better than you trying to be with a black woman. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you. Based on what you're saying, I agree with you.
Snowman could have found a black woman that was like Jody, he'd stayed with her.
Exactly.
Because it's infinitely easier to be with a black woman that acts like his wife acts. Okay.
Let me explain, May. I was with a black woman and I was married to her for 3 years. I was 22 years old. Okay. I thought I had found the one for me because in the beginning, listen to my words carefully. In the beginning, she showed me the same kind of appreciation. And then the gynocracy kicked in, especially when she did this to me. And I never told you guys this story, Memorial Day weekend, 1995. I was scheduled to work. We needed the money. She wasn't working my wife at the time was not working. I decided I'm going to pick him an extra shift. I was working in a restaurant at the time. I'm going to pick him an extra shift, make sure we stay in the black. You know the complaint she gave me? Quote, and I dare anybody to deny, any man to deny they have not heard this one. Quote, you don't spend enough time with me.
Yeah.
Close quote.
Yeah.
What do you think my next move? What do you think my next move was?
I don't know. Did you go to work or did you stay home?
I stayed home.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I stayed home, but you know something? I learned my lesson from there.
Yeah.
That is, see, stuff like that I went through before. It doesn't matter what color the woman is. If I get the same kind of shit from whomever I'm with, I'm gonna wrinkle my eyebrows.
Snowman brought it up because
Yes, sir.
AB had put that picture up there of all the black men with other, and I was just saying, well, shoot, go with that. If if black women so bad, that should be gold.
What do you think? Why do you think 25-30% of black men are marrying out or going overseas? That's what they're doing now.
Matter of fact, May.
That's why
I'm going to show you something really quick. People continue to ask me to this day, even after everything that I've been through health-wise. Let me turn this on here. Even after everything, after everything that I've been through health-wise, they continue to ask me. They continue to ask me, why do you hustle as hard as you do and as much as you do? The answer is pretty simple, and there it is. That is Jody K. She supports me in my dream as a broadcaster. She's on her way to get her doctorate.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
I've been bouncing ideas off of her and her off of me since she told me 2.5 years ago. She told me 2.5 years ago. She said, baby, I think I'm going to finally go after and complete my doctorate. My response to her was simple. Go get that motherfucker and I'll support you.
Can you read that for me, Snowman, please? Shout out to
MS
Delta guy.
MS Delta guy says, hi, family. When my uncle was in the hospital years ago, some female family members were asking about his life insurance, retirement account, Social Security, will, etc. They did not ask about the diagnosis. He's still kicking today.
He said, damn it, I'm not going to die, and gives them satisfaction. I don't blame him.
Exactly. And I don't blame him either. I don't blame him either. In fact, my sister, who gave me the most shit after I married Jody, now Meg, check this dynamic out. My sister, when I first got married in 2019 to Jody, supported me. Then I got stricken with cancer and her attitude changed in a heartbeat, and still the same way to this day, which is why I don't talk to her anymore. We were in Crown Point, Indiana, on our way to Chicago to see my mom off. And I called Nicole and I said, how and where do we meet you? Because I'm thinking it's going to be okay. And Nicole's finally going to meet Jody because she was cheering us on. Keep that in mind. 2019. Do you know Nicole launched into this bullshit about money and you're not getting a house or the car or anything like that? And then her question to me was, why are we meeting? I told Nicole simply, until you decide to have the nuts to apologize, not just to me, but to Jody, don't call me. That was 2021. It's 2026. That tell you something?
You know what the thing is, and this is something that my mentor, she's been, God, it's got to be 50 years that she's been a relationship coach, right? A relationship counselor. Okay, black woman, right? And she truly believes in black marriages and stuff like that, man. I can't tell you the stuff I've learned from her and the stuff that she says about black male female relationships, man. And this
Yeah.
is and this kind of stuff, man, is just so common.
Mhm.
We want, and
Very common.
she's pro black woman. She's pro black. Da 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 da. And
Right.
when I'm actually co-hosting her show, I got to be real careful to keep my red pill self down.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And sometimes she has to check me. Hey, no, you can't do that over here. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, play this one real quick, AB, if you can see it.
Just a second.
Matter of fact, man, let me tell you something about the crew that's here. There's a running joke
Why do you think it's a
between
mom thing?
me.
You must have a bias that
sorry.
causes you to think black children in this country don't have their fathers in their life. You must be a first or second gen American. First of all, none of your assumptions are true. I am not a first or second generation. I am a Southerner, true and true, descendant of a slave in this country, mom and dad, monoracial black. We're having a whole conversation on this app as we speak about how women connect children to the culture. If you agree that women connect children to the culture, then women, to me, play a larger role in whether or not their sons go on to like, value, and choose black women. If you are a black son who grows into a black man that hates black women, but you were raised by a black mother, I have questions, and those questions are for your mother.
Oh,
well, the thing is, what I don't understand is why does somebody that choose another woman, of another race, another culture, automatically hate black women?
That's a
Control
great
mechanism,
question.
bro.
I've
That is
never understood that.
fabulous
Okay,
question.
if and they can say anything they want to about you, just like you're playing the stuff about the dating and not being alpha men and they're not doing blah 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 blah. And the thing is, but we can't say that she hates us, can we?
Nope.
Yes, you can. I definitely say they can. I keep saying this, but black women.
What I'm saying is, according to the milieu that's out there, we're not supposed to say that she hates us. Okay.
right.
If they divest, they're not. If they divest, they're doing because they hate us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We don't. I don't hate my mother. I don't hate my father. I don't blah blah blah. It's not hatred. So why, if you're critical of black women of any type, it's automatically construed as hate?
Let me give this story to May also. Before my mother passed away, Jody encouraged me, and I mean for 2.5 years. Jody kept telling me, "Look, you got to form a bridge with your mom, because mom never told me she had colon cancer. She just told me she had surgery for something. She never revealed what it was." One day, I said, "You know what? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it with Jody here." So I called my mom, and my wife was in the room, and my wife and my mother were sharing laughs. They were playfully picking at me, sharing stories. I heard both of them laugh. You know how much good it did my heart to hear them?
Mm-hmm.
And we had made plans to go see Mom in Chicago. Unfortunately, couldn't come to fruition because a month and a half after that, she passed away, September 1st, 2021. Now, here's another difference. And May, as I said before earlier in the night, it doesn't matter what color the woman is. If she's good to me, I'm going to be good to her. When I got the news that my mother died, you know the first thing Jody asked me? When do we go to Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
We were living in North Carolina. She said, when do we drive up to Chicago? Simple stuff like that.
I don't want you to think that I'm just trying to say, oh, Jody's just a white woman.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Come on, y'all. Be nice.
Go ahead, man.
I don't want you to think that's what I'm saying, is that Jody, I'm not trying to, she's, like you said, she's an author, she's an educated woman. I'm not trying to just say she's a white woman. I'm just saying that maybe since some men feel like, almost all black women or this or that, unmanageable, this, that, it may be time for SYSBM. That's all I'm saying.
It's already happening.
It's already happening.
Yeah, at this point, you really just kind of fight. You really fight the river at this point.
Yeah, with or without the Black Manosphere is happening anyway.
Right. That's been going on. For years.
Yeah. The only thing is we just made it public, but we might have been a bigger impetus for it, but it was gonna happen anyway.
Right. But why aren't there more snowmen?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, why don't I'm impressed by him, honestly, because he's really doing it. You know what I mean? He's got it going on. As far as, like, he made his decision. I'm sorry.
Okay. The thing is, okay. The reason there's not more snowmen, because even my son has to go through this, even though he's married to a Latina, right? Okay. There's at least one time a month that there's some Latino dude's gonna step in because he got a Latina woman on his arm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No man on the planet really wants his woman with an African American black man because they think that we're better.
But snowman don't
they know that we're better.
Because what he's got going on is way worth it, more than what somebody else on the outside got to say about what he got going on the inside. So,
and snowman is the exception, not the rule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are.
You saying black men, BGS, are scared to be confronted by other men?
Are most black men, like 99%, afraid to go up against a group of police officers with guns?
I certainly would be.
There's a reason for that, okay?
I certainly would be.
There's a reason for that.
But to May's point,
why she here, bro? I always ask that question.
No, that's all right. Just calm down, man.
Just a moment. Go ahead, Abby.
To May's point, I gotta wish my nephew a happy birthday. He's married to a white woman, and they've been married for almost 15 years now. Got 4 children.
Beautiful. The only thing is with and I've had so many of my friends tease me about this. The only thing that did not happen between Jody and I, because we met later on in life, was children. That's it. Everything else that we had wished for separately has come to fruition. And even given that, the only daughter I had, naturally, she was mixed. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate I lost her in 2015, but I tell Jody all the time, I know Donna, that's my daughter, would have loved you. Jody wasn't even sure, as much as I talk about Donna. I can't even say past tense when it comes to Donna. I tell Jody all the time, I know for a fact Donna would have adored you because you're you.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of respect for Jody because she met you when you were down. I don't know her, but I've heard your story many times. And that takes a special kind of woman to love you through your deepest, darkest moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know something about that. It really matters because, people will kick you when you're down, turn their back on you. But when you have somebody lift you up, that's a special person, no matter what color.
She is special because when I got back to Michigan City in 2018, I was down and I was almost out. Yeah. I was waist deep in depression. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. I didn't have a school to broadcast for, so I thought that was taken away. I was homeless at the time, so I thought that was taken away. Mm-hmm. And just like magic, actually, it was my birthday, 2018, where I got a message from Jody, and she pulled me back from the cliff.
Yeah.
Simply
and
put.
She ain't no bum. She's a smart woman.
Very.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got a quality woman, and you're not worried about stupid stuff like, plastic titties and BBLs, and you got a real woman. You got a real intelligent woman. And I just want to ask you this, honestly, Snowman.
Yeah.
Did you ever have anybody threaten your life or try to put you guys in a compromising situation? I don't know. I've never been in no interracial relationship.
Honey,
she's not saying no. She's not doing this out of the goodness of her heart. Y'all got to be honest, bro. This woman has no goodness in her heart. I'm telling you.
I understand. Hold on, just hold on. Just let
Complimenting for a
him
long
rock.
time. What
Let
are you
him rock.
talking about?
Yeah,
let me put it this way.
he's actually from Atlanta, so
I know. I know a white supremacist a gynocrat when I see one.
Hey,
That
I
is exactly
understand, but you got to let him rock. Even though we might disagree with it, but you got to
just
do it
angry or
respectfully.
something.
No, he's not angry. He's just
I see demons and I call them demons.
brother.
Gynocracy is over. The black manosphere is here to stay.
You got to.
Let me answer May's
I
question.
understand. I know it's the manosphere, but then you got to chill. As long as
you
got to chill.
Let me answer May's question.
Before you go, Snowman, real quick.
First of all, May,
unless you want
no, let Snowman go. You can go, May.
We try to chill this out, okay?
Yeah, I just want to say, I have genuine conversations online. I just want to say that. Go ahead, Snowman.
May, first of all, honey, repeat your question for me, if you would, please.
I was wondering, have you, as an interracial couple, ever had, like you said, you were in 2 different racist states?
Yep.
Have you ever had like people come at you and you feel like they put you in danger? Like if it's a restaurant, parking lot. I don't know.
Time. Do you understand me? All the time. That's why I made a game of it here every Saturday night, because just about every time that Jody and I, almost every time that Jody and I go out, it's not, May, let me tell you something. It's not just the looks. It's not just the looks, although that's the chief part of it. It's not just the looks. You know, I've had people mention snide comments to Jody and me if we were separated. Like, say, if one of us has to go to the bathroom or something when we're out. But oh yeah, still get it to this day. 8 years in, still get it. We just don't care. But I know
danger,
this much.
though. Not danger.
I've had someone. All right, here it is.
Take your time.
I had someone threaten me while I was doing a game. I was in North Carolina, and Jody was at home. She was working. Someone had recognized me, and they laid a threat to me because I was with a white woman. I will just say that I dealt with him outside the Greensboro Coliseum.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, Greensboro Coliseum. I know what that is.
Yeah, I dealt with him outside. I dealt with him outside of Greensboro. It did not turn physical, but it was headed that way.
Yeah. One thing that Donovan Sharp said, because he's engaged to, married to a white woman. One thing he said that he doesn't really put out because he deals mostly with the white master. He said when he gets in the car, he's with her. Okay, he makes sure that the car is totally up to snuff. Okay, no tail lights, no license registration up to snuff. Blah blah blah. Because he does not want to give that cop an excuse to stop him with that white woman in the car.
Exactly. That's why Jody drives most of the time.
Yes.
If I drive, I'm by myself.
Yeah. I don't know. May, did you see that movie Get Out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Remember when that cop stopped him and the black man was in the passenger seat?
Yeah.
That's what it's like being with a white woman. It's very common.
That's
and they live in the southern places and racist places, I guess.
Yeah,
you would always have to wonder when you go to the parking lot or
California,
be in a bar where they drinking too much or something. If something might pop off,
California is not considered a racist state. Okay?
It happens. It
happens everywhere.
It happens everywhere.
It's called DWB.
Because we've driven through not just to and from North Carolina. We've driven through Virginia. We've driven through West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky.
West Virginia.
All through that belt, all through that Atlantic coast belt. Jody has done the bulk of the driving, except for 2 occasions, and both of those times she was injured and just could not put any pressure on her foot to drive. She had an Achilles problem. every time that we are together, Jody's the one driving. And she confirmed it earlier tonight. She told me, even though we were joking around about it, she says, I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah. I got a question. I got a question for May, though. Okay. And this is something that bothers me, especially about women, especially black women, right? Okay. When we're having a discussion, okay, black women really want us to accept their lived experience, okay, about who they're around, the people that are around, blah blah, whatever, whether it's true or untrue. 9 times out of 10 it's untrue, but their version of their lived experience. But when we actually talk about ours, y'all don't want to accept it. Why?
I'm asking questions because I'm in disbelief.
What I'm saying is, y'all want us to believe your lived experience, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's true.
Okay. How come you don't want to believe our lived experience?
Because I wouldn't say that we don't want to. I would say we may have doubts.
I'm a white supremacist. That's
okay. If you have doubt, if you having doubts about our lived experience means what? You don't believe us.
Because I'm a white supremacist.
I ask questions and I'm listening. I didn't believe that a black man, when he first said that, I was
say
like,
it again. Say that phrase again. You didn't what?
I didn't believe.
Didn't believe. Okay. That's why I asked you a question. That's why I'm asking you a question, because I really want to understand. Okay. It's not about fault. What I'm saying is because I hear this all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
And women will always talk about their lived experience. You can quote stats, you can quote numbers, blah, blah, blah. But it always comes down to their lived experience. When a black man talks about his lived experience, all of a sudden they want to invalidate it. Why?
I didn't have any desire to invalidate. I just want to know more so I could understand, because that's not my experience. I never dated no white woman, so I can't.
I understand. What I'm saying is what he's giving you his lived experience. How come you don't take it at face value?
I'm a white
supremacist. Say, hey, Snowman, you're lying. I just said I asked questions because I really didn't believe that.
You didn't believe it. That's why. See, you said it again. Okay.
But I wanted to know, and I heard him now, and I believe.
The key is you didn't believe him.
I did not. I agree.
That's all I'm asking. But the thing is, when we're talking, you want us to believe your lived experience.
That's true.
Yes.
So I was wondering why the dichotomy.
Honestly, I can't tell you.
Thank you. All right, that's good enough. That's why I want to know, because I hear that from women all the time. I don't know who you're around, but in my circle, my experience, blah 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 blah. But my experience is invalid. So go ahead.
Snowman, read that for me.
Before y'all continue,
read this from let me read this from MS Delta guy. He says, $30 super chat says, BGS, I have a cousin who is 35 years old. Over the years, we have paid for junior college, barbering, trucking schools. He always drops out. Do we enable him by always coming to his rescue? Any advice?
I said I just did that for my nephew in trying to get him into Theo's class, okay? Because I get tired of him. I get tired of my brother and my sister-in-law complaining about his situation and him borrowing money. So because I figure he can make $20,000 a year, he can take care of himself, right? Okay, he dropped out. Okay, and what as a test, okay, really what it is, okay, you're not happy with who he is, but guess what? He's happy with who he is, and you're trying to make him into something that he does not want to be.
Yeah.
And so you're not enabling him. What you're doing is bothering him, is because you want him to be something. Okay. If you don't like it, don't loan him no money. Don't try to help him with rent. None of that stuff. Okay. If you want to live your life the way you want to live your life, do it on your own. Okay?
Yes.
Because this is who you want. This is who you want to be. Because my sons like that. Okay. All my millennials are especially bad at that, man. If they don't want to be something, they're not going to be it. Okay, I don't care how much money you put into them. I don't care how you push them, how you present things, blah blah blah. They're not going to be it. He does not want to be what you want him to be. And as a father,
we're steadfast in believing what we want to be.
As far as a father of 3 millennials, okay, that are middle age, I have come to that conclusion, and I don't even try. Then when you blah blah blah, you know what? If you wanted better, you would do better. Okay, you're happy with where you are, and they always sink back to the level that they want to be at. Yep. You have to be comfortable with it, and that's the problem. That's going to keep trying to put him in schools, get him to do this, blah blah blah, because you want him to be something that he don't want to be. I don't know if
the question should have been, I guess the parents should have asked him, "What do you want to do with your life?"
And sometimes they don't even
and let
know.
him figure it out.
Okay, and a lot of times, okay, they go give you the answer that you think you want to hear.
Right.
That's true.
And you know what is it? What I forget. They said it all comes out in the wash. Okay.
Yep.
In other words, who the
It all
person
comes out in the
really
wash.
and who the person really is shows up in real life. Does it not?
Because I did that because I've been knowing since I was 10 years old I wanted to be a sports announcer.
If you really want to be something, you're gonna work at it. Right? At the very least, it'll be a hobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the point of grown to you? What age is grown? When you're supposed to know what you want to do? What age?
Knowing what you want to do, you could be 90. It doesn't matter. Knowing what you want to do has nothing to do with grown. Grown means that you're capable of taking care of yourself. That's what grown is. That's all grown up means. Okay, that you not that you will, but you're capable of taking care of yourself. That's all grown means. Okay, knowing what you want to do. There's a lot of people working at jobs that from 9 to 5 had no idea what they really want to do. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people have no idea what they really want to do. Okay. They just settle into something that a state of being that they like.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Snowman.
Yes, sir.
Here, since we're talking about your relationships and whatnot, here's something I'd like to add to this conversation that's really important.
Okay.
And it is through the lived experiences of my own family who are stateside.
You will be believed. Go ahead.
The female cousins of mine in particular.
Hey, I got one word for you that I make two.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Matter of fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we do that phrase some honor?
Go ahead and play the trifecta.
Now that's some bullshit.
That's one. And considering that I am not the only parent on this panel, I'll add this one.
I am too old for this bullshit.
And to complete the triple play,
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
BGS, I'm glad you remembered the mantra. And oh, by the way, I got you your beads, but I have to apologize in advance for what I'm about to do. And I know this ass whooping is deserving, so I'm just apologizing in advance, just to hope that the ass whooping is a little lighter.
What's that?
You know you ain't shit, motherfucker. But we love you for it.
Ain't been shit.
There will be shit.
Never been shit. Ain't been shit. It won't be shit, and I will not be shit in the next life either.
Good point. Okay, now Snowman.
Just know, BGS, as you often say to me when we kid around with each other, thou are not shit, sir.
Oh yeah, that's the highest compliment. Y'all ain't shit.
Thou is full of horse manure, my good sir.
We're gonna switch topics.
We lowered the horse manure, man.
Can I at least say something as well?
Go ahead.
Finish what I was gonna say.
Yes, man.
All right.
Go.
Like everybody's talking about, well, will you if you were with a black woman? I can tell you this right now. If you are with a black woman who is anything other than ADOS, African American, the gynocracy would have given you just as many dirty looks. Ask me how I know. If not more, ask me how I know.
And you're right.
Ask me how.
If you date outside the culture, especially the women are really fickle about that. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're really fickle about you.
I mean, yeah. Remember,
gentlemen, go ahead. Finish your thought. Then we need to switch topics.
Hey, but them African women didn't mind jumping on that white peen when he.
I was just about to say that.
I was gonna go there anyway.
BGS,
I was going to go there anyway.
They jumped all over that white pen. Was it like 1,000?
I'm talking about Nigerian women like that.
No, it wasn't even Nigeria. It was what is it? Kenyan and Ghanaian, bro. So give it to where they actually go to, bro.
He went to these African coasts. He went to Kenya and Uganda and Tanzania.
Tanzania again. Tanzania. Uganda's landlocked.
Yeah, we suggest daughters of the trade for a reason. We suggest daughters of the trade for a reason.
Oh yeah. They're just humans being humans, man. They don't believe that crap.
That's it, and that's all.
Yeah.
That is
Mhm.
it.
Now, let's
Yeah,
switch.
never mind.
Let's switch topics for a minute.
Go ahead.
BGS.
Never get to talk.
Evidently, we covered this a little bit earlier. Evidently, people are now just figuring out that Jamal Bryant's full of shit.
Oh, God. You know what? I have to do just like a president or a senator or a politician and stuff like that, man. People overlook their foibles, okay? Because they want to believe, they want to follow. Most people are followers. They need something to follow, so they actually overlook discrepancies like that. There's no reason that he should have a voice, but thing is, as long as people want to follow him, they believe in him.
Who are you?
Hey everyone, it's Logan on my Super Mario Logan account, and I want to help y'all get free money and free.
All right.
Oh my.
Where one is gathered, or two or
Yeah.
three.
Many will follow.
They're mad at Jamal Bryant because he evidently said the quote unquote Target protest is over. And, they're protesting
diversity, equity, inclusion.
Okay, so who's mad at Jamal Bryant?
Well, believe it or not, black women.
Yeah, well, okay, because they believe it.
Can I say this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black woman who's still boycotting Target, and I began the boycott with the Christian fundamentalist because I didn't like the gay displays. I thought it was
the gay to who?
The gay displays.
Yeah, they did a lot of marketing toward LGBT. I understand that.
Okay,
I may need to go to Target then.
I mean, LGBTQ has money, so they're going to target people with money.
Right, but like I said, I went along with the traditionalists and the Christian fundamentalists when they started, boycotting. I've been boycotting ever since then, and I did have a Target card, and I was shopping there.
Okay.
And I didn't need Jamal Bryant to do anything for me as a black woman. I was already on it, and I'm going to stay on it. I don't care what he say. Target will never get $1.
Well, you're not in that cohort that minds that's actually listening to him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't listen to him either. But we're talking about. He's asking me why people are upset with him. It's because they actually believed in him. Okay, they saw him as a
They were
leader.
following him, and all I'm saying is not all black women was following him. I'm one of them. I wasn't following him.
It doesn't have to be all. We think it has to be the majority of the people that were actually following him. Which in church is who? Black church is who? Mostly women.
Yes.
Well, the black church should have been with the Christian fundamentalists when they first started boycotting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, the black pastor didn't get a word.
Yeah. They didn't get a word from their paymaster.
Evidently, Target canceled his payment to Jamal Bryant. That's probably what happened.
Do you think he got paid?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I guess he got paid.
Of course,
that was my first thought.
Yeah,
of course he got paid. That's why I'm laughing. I'm like, y'all just now figured out that Jamal Bryant was going to get paid to stop the protest. Okay.
And then the thing is, when you complain about him stopping the protest, you get more power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who cares about Jamal Bryant and protesting Target? Okay.
Exactly.
We've been boycotting Christmas and certain stores and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. Forever. I remember one time, and I got cussed out at a pro-black meeting. Right? Is because
why did you get cussed out, sir? Why did
they wanted to boycott Christmas, and I just suggested, to the group, okay, black women, but I suggested to the group that we do one at a time, okay, instead of trying to do a shotgun approach, just do one at a time, and so that they would get the message. We do them all at once, it spreads it out too thin, and it doesn't work, right? And she said that's not fair to everybody else. I slapped my head. So, and I started arguing, which is why I come here. Because when you start to debate it, guess what the brothers do, man? You don't argue with the sister.
Here's your sign.
Yeah, but to May's point, I haven't shopped at Target in years, and that was long before Jamal Bryant came on the same time about boycott Target. So
I don't, you know,
Why you
I
ain't
don't.
shop there?
Hmm?
Why don't you shop there, AB?
Too expensive.
I
Can
mean,
get the same product better.
some things, you know, because the
It
Target
depends.
there's some things are cheaper. You know,
Yeah.
some things are cheaper.
You know, I think for men don't give a damn because a lot of men don't go to Target. Target's kind of designed psychologically for women. You know what I mean? It's like
I actually agree with that because yes,
I do too.
I mean, you can't have Target looking like Home Depot. Okay.
No,
you can't.
No.
You can't.
And 80% of the buying decisions are made by whom?
Women. Yeah.
Women. That's why.
Moms.
Unless it's a hardware store. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jamal just told everybody out.
Marketing 101.
Mm-hmm.
Target is a more expensive Walmart. In some case, well, it's upscale. It's upscale from Walmart. It's downscale from, but it's still on the same thing because there's other more expensive stores.
Yeah, you're not going to see Lowe's and Home Depot cater to women.
No.
I don't like Lowe's and Home Depot. When I go in there, I feel repelled. I feel like I'm in danger and I need to run. I don't like it.
Because it's not designed for you.
Well, go in there with your husband, man.
It's a very masculine space.
It's very masculine.
Yeah.
It's dusty floors. The place is dirty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we don't care. Yeah, we don't care about
pallets
that.
above my head that can crush me. I don't like it.
Yeah. You know, men don't care about that. Does the part work?
Yeah, we in there to get parts to fix something.
Y'all go ahead. I don't go. I be outside in the garden.
Yeah, where you need to be.
But yeah, I was just amused by that because
Target didn't come to. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Yeah, we covered a little bit of. I played a little bit of your.
Sir.
I mean, the number one, I do believe that FD signifier is an atheist. Number one, no, he's a feminist. Number two, why does he give a damn what Jamal Bryant is saying?
Right.
Yeah. I just found it amusing. I was like, yeah, let me play this just to have fun.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't think that I think we're post. BGS, you might disagree. AB, you might disagree, but I think we're post leadership at this point.
No, you're not.
Jesse Jackson ain't shit, and most of them other ones, you know, these recent Al Sharptons, they ain't shit. What's that other one? Roland Martin. These people are paid off and stuff. I think we're past the point of needing a black leader to lead all of us.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
It's not.
No.
Well, who is our leader then? Ben Crump? Who's our leader?
Who's our you have a really believe Obama's still your leader, and so is Michelle Obama.
No, he's gone.
Yes, they are.
Who's our leader? If so, we need one. Who is it? I think we're post leader.
Post leader. Okay, so what society is leaderless?
Well, I can't think of a Latino person who's leading the Latino community. I don't know that. The Japanese, the Chinese, as far as in America, I don't know who's leading their community. So I think they're post leader. But I tell you what, that guy, the business, I forgot his name, but he makes films and stuff. He said the other day that the code is the leader. And I like that. The code, the black code, like how we act and don't act.
And you don't have one main leadership because you don't have one main movement, but you do have leaders. Okay, that's the way human beings organize themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just saying that time of saying Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson, we can't point to somebody and say that's our black leadership. They represent us. They know who we are.
Even during the time of Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and Farrakhan and stuff like that, they respected him, but only like maybe 10 to 20% of black people would call Martin Luther King when he was alive as their leader. Very small percentage.
Yes.
And I talked to. I was alive when he was there. I was a little kid, but thing is, I talked to people that were in the movement and actually, it hands on inside the movement. They will tell you the same thing. It's not as big a percentage as you think it is. Okay. Even though we have the black manosphere has become a guiding light. Okay. The thing is, it's still a small percentage of people. Okay. Even though even though we have worldwide impact, but it's still a small percentage of people because there's very called a tipping point. Okay.
BGS, who's your leader? AB, who's your leader? Who's your black leader that leads you? Charles.
Who's my leader?
Who's your black leader? Who's your black leadership? Who do you appoint as your black leader and you follow as your black leader?
I don't appoint I don't appoint anybody as my black leader.
Okay.
Okay. Some people said I would be a leader, but
you are.
Huh?
I said you are. How about you, AB? Do you have a black leader? Ben Crump, Obama, who's your black leader?
Okay.
I don't know. Roland Martin, Joy Reid. I don't know who's your black leader.
And it depends. It depends on the situation. Okay.
Do me a favor. Ask me the same question, man.
Charles, who is your black leader?
My black ass.
And you gotta understand. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Men are situational. Okay. Whoever has the best ideas and
the best
experience for that situation, that's who they will follow.
Let me put it to you this way, man. I'm explaining the best terms that anybody could get it. Men are like the Green Berets. Women are like ants. The reason why I call women ants is because all you need is one little catchy slogan. They'll just galvanize on that one leaf or that one bit. They just follow right into it. You're like bees or ants. Men are like the Green Berets. Just because you're the highest ranking person does not mean you lead that mission.
Exactly.
It means the most experienced. It means the most technical. If that mission says we have to do a humanitarian mission for medical, it's going to be that medical. It's going to be that medical sergeant for that special forces troop is going to be leading that because he literally went to school for 2 years. He's most likely that guy is in your shock traumas around the country. Go down to the VA hospital, shock trauma, and you see guys in military uniform. Those are military doctors and special forces medics in those surgery rooms who literally have bullets flying over their head and they're doing surgery. If it's training guerrillas to fight and shoot, it's going to be that weapons sergeant taking the lead. Yes, you have the captain or the major, which is actually a major who runs the. He's going to be in charge, the administrative charge, but operationally, it's whoever got the most experience in the area. That's the point that a lot of you look for leaders because men are embedded to be leaders naturally. Now, are there contests or there's times we have to vote for a leader? Yes. There's times, as old as BGS is, BGS will tell you, I don't have experience in this shit. And he said that to me. Hey, you the guy. What do you think about it? And BGS is the same age as my mother. What do you think about it? AB will ask me, what do you think about this?
Yeah,
I'll get back to you.
When it comes to law enforcement, Charles is the leader. I call him up.
Men are situational, but ultimately the leader. If you live in the United States, you know who your leader is. It's called your president of the United States. Whether you like him or not.
Yes, he is, because he was ordained by your Constitution and by your voting to do so.
Yeah, on paper,
and your country moves with his word. Okay.
Trust and believe, man. I could not stand Joe Biden, but when he was president of the United States, he was my leader at the time.
Because the president of the United States will not elevate your country or destroy it.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And what you just did, May, is the reason why so many men say women do not deserve to be in positions of leadership.
What did I just do?
May, have you ever been on a yacht on a cruise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carnival.
When you on that cruise on that boat, whose leadership are you under?
The captain of the ship. Clearly.
Captain of the ship. Does it matter whether you like him or not?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Well, if you're in a country, okay, if you're in a country called the United States of America, okay, which is a big boat, okay, your leader is the president of the United States, okay.
Okay, you're talking
like
about political leader and the sovereign country.
No,
I wasn't starting out talking that way. That's what he does because he's military. I was talking about social leader. That's why I said, is it Obama for you?
Who's your leader?
Hold on.
Jesse Jackson for AB? Everybody could have said something different.
Who sets your social climate?
I mean, if y'all cater to a president to set your social climate,
Who sets your social climate? I'll repeat it again with question.
Not no damn president.
Who? Yes, he does.
Bullshit.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You didn't get civil rights because you didn't get civil rights because of a goddamn will.
I'll give you one example. Okay, Barack Obama came in and
4 years.
Barack came in and put out the Dear Colleague letter in 2011, right? Okay, that's where your sexual harassment shit came from. That's where your Believe All Women shit came from. That's where your Me Too shit came from. It came from him. Okay.
Let's go a little simpler, BGF. Okay. Let's go a little simpler. How did gay marriage come about?
Oh yes, that's true. That's another point.
How did gay marriage? Would gay marriage come about if Barack Obama didn't champion it?
Would you have civil rights if Eisenhower didn't champion it?
You guys, listen, I was talking about personal leader who is inspiring you. I wasn't talking about who's in charge of the government. I wasn't talking about
that. Personal leader, okay, the thing is that's too narrow, okay? That's too narrow.
Mm-hmm. Because you're supposed to be the superhero of your own narrative at a certain age.
Charles, we were talking about black people. Do black people have a leader? That's
yes,
what we
do.
It's
called the President of the United States. Now she's changing it. First she said you, then she said black people.
Black people follow the same. They follow the same social segments and pre-course and discourse as everybody else. Okay.
Yes, that's true.
You've been outside the country, right? Okay. When you go outside the country, you know how American you actually are, don't you?
Hell yeah.
Okay. In other words, your president sets out your educational system, your social system, your work system, all that kind of stuff. He is the leader of that. Okay. When he changes something, it changes for everybody.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Day one.
That's how come they protest and Target and DEI. Target didn't change that shit. Guess who did change it?
Trump.
Trump changed the policy.
Trump changed the policy and people start following the policy, okay?
Unfortunately.
It doesn't mean fortunately or unfortunately. It doesn't matter, okay?
So that's the reason why a lot of women make poor leaders. Because you want to lead, you want somebody you like to lead you. Sometimes
I want somebody with integrity.
Hold on. Because a lot of you can't take the fact that somebody, unless it's a white dude who signs your checks. But I digress. A lot of you never had to be under the leader. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Go ahead, you're finished, Charles.
This is the shit that y'all don't get. I'd rather be led under an asshole. At least you know where you stand.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of you actually don't understand leadership because guess what? Y'all don't know it. Y'all never had to really experience it. And guess what? When that man dictates DEI is gone, guess what? Shut up. When that man dictated through the Supreme Court to say we strike this shit down, and he said, guess what? He didn't even have to say vote on it. He said it's done. He could have just said it's done.
Yeah, because it's the presidential signing. You can do it.
It's an executive. It's an executive
order. Yeah.
There's a reason that Donald Trump won over Kamala Harris, and one of those reasons is when I watched her interviews, she couldn't answer a damn question.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point now. I'm not necessarily talking about you, May, but I'm at the point now. People that are still trying to big up Kamala Harris. I'm like, the BGS is the old nigga coming out. Do you really think Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping give a shit about I'm speaking? Or I was born in a middle class family, blah, blah, blah.
It's just like Donald Trump getting ready to find out. People don't give a fuck about integrity. They give a fuck about getting shit done. Okay.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's why the Republicans, unless they clean this shit up, are actually going to lose the Congress.
They do care about integrity.
No, they don't. Nobody gives a shit about integrity.
That's why nobody.
The midterm.
When are people?
I don't know if he's lying or telling the truth at any moment.
Go back. Go look at the Bible and Jesus. Okay, that people didn't give a shit about integrity.
Look at the Sadducees and Pharisees.
Can you feed me and can you heal me? That's all they give a shit about. They didn't give a shit about integrity.
What was the most important?
He doesn't have any military support from anybody else but Israel.
So what?
Wait. BGS. Let me handle this. Let me handle this real quick.
No, she asked me real quick. Okay, let me handle it. And then you can I'll tag team you in. Okay. Israel, a lot of this stuff they blame on Israel. Okay. There's a reason Iran is striking those bases in other countries. It's because all these motherfuckers are all in on. They blame Israel, okay? Because Israel is the loudest, but things they're all in on this shit. All of them, including the 10 countries up in Europe. They're in on this shit.
Yes.
Why they not loud with it though?
If somebody's gonna take the blame, why would you speak up?
They're the willing scapegoat.
They're the scapegoat.
They don't have to play that game. They're all in charge, aren't they?
No.
The thing is, and if somebody wants to take the blame and become the scapegoat, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna let them.
It's part of the deal.
But before you go, Charles, to BGS's point about if the Republicans don't do something, they're gonna lose. That's why I made this one.
If the politicians don't address healthcare, the Iran war, and housing costs, they're going to get whipped out in the 2026 election. Remember, politicians work for you, not the other way around. Don't be like vote blue no matter who.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the black manosphere has been saying that for 15 years. Okay, we are pragmatic. We don't care whether it's blue or red. Okay, get something done for us. Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to MOT about that a couple days ago. I said to him, like, look, if they don't address healthcare, housing prices, and this Iran war, they're going to lose in 2026.
Yeah, just like Trump lost in 2020 because of COVID.
Exactly.
And Democrats made sure of that. Okay, when they passed that last bill.
They're going to stick it to you. And this is the point.
It's like Hillary didn't win in 2016 because the DOD didn't want her to win.
Yeah, the DOD, not only those emails, not only Benghazi, the Clintons have a bad, nasty taste in the military's mouth.
Yeah, they do. Now, they overstep their bounds. So anyway,
now to say the only now say your statement again, man, about military.
You as a military man, can you explain how it is that Trump, because you've been in the military, how is it that Trump ain't got nobody militarily following him, bold into the fire? Why not?
Because
he's a leader.
He's a leader, so that means he doesn't have to have anybody following him. You do as you're told.
Yeah, he's commander.
You're commander in chief of the military. You do as you're told, or you resign. Or retire.
The rest of the world is not following him militarily.
The rest of the world follows the United States. You're still the number one military might power in the world. That's bullshit.
Guess who's sending warships down to Iran as we speak, man?
For you, Charles, and BG.
I'm going to answer
that.
Guess who's speaking?
Let me say.
Guess who's sending? Okay, that you think?
He just put out a tweet, BGS, that asked all of them to go to the Strait of Hormuz. He said every country send ships to the Strait of Hormuz. So you tell me who sent some.
UK, France send some warships. Guess who else? UK sending some warships.
Now, number one, I'm going to answer your question very vividly and very honestly, May. Who pays 90% of NATO?
Unfortunately, the United States.
And Trump doesn't like it.
Who actually? Who's the leader of NATO?
United States.
Is
All
NATO
right,
a
Charles.
free?
Point mate. All right. Okay.
This is I ask, you answer. There's a given flow.
Okay.
Number one, if we pay 90% of NATO, and if we're the leader of NATO, would NATO fall if the United States says "fuck all of you"?
Yeah.
What would happen to the United States not being NATO to Europe? Don't say nothing. Don't kick the chair, old man. What would happen? Come on, man. We waiting on you.
People would not be able to function without the United States leadership. Okay, I'll go right.
Let me. Okay,
answer
hold
the
on.
question, man.
Let me answer.
Hold on. Answer the question, May. May, answer the question. What would happen? What would happen? Would Russia be able to take them?
She don't like being in a chair, does she?
No, we got to keep her in this goddamn chair. She put herself. Put your foot in your mouth. You better love the taste. Now, what would happen? What would happen if the United States leaves NATO?
It would. The order of it would collapse. It wouldn't be.
Okay.
Not only would it collapse, would all them countries start fighting each other again?
Okay, the thing is, you're thinking too far, Charles. Okay, if Strait of Hormuz stays closed, who suffers?
Everybody else but the United States.
Now, the United States is not going to suffer. We got plenty of oil. Who's going to
I
suffer?
said everybody but the United States will suffer.
In other words, if
the people who depend on that oil.
So the oil coming from that strait goes to what? The UK and France. Okay, does it not?
Yeah.
Do they not have a stake in it?
No.
Do they not have a stake in it? Do they do it? Does Trump really need them to actually? Even though Trump shouldn't have started the goddamn war, which they're pissed about. But now that you're in it, guess what? If you want your oil, you need to come down here and help.
Now, guess what? Here's the question, May. To ask the question is to answer the question. Does the United States have more military power than just goddamn Israel? Yes or no? Huh?
Yes. Yes, United
Thank
States.
you. Thank you. Do they have more power than just Israel? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Real quick. Shout out to Mississippi Delta for the super chats. He
Ching,
gets
ching, ching, ching. You better thank your donors.
I know women's still emotional labor.
And on that note, I'm going to head off to bed. So I just got to get up early in the morning. So thanks for having me up. Thanks for you guys. I appreciate it.
Nice, no man. Oh my leg! Oh my leg! Oh my leg!
Now,
I don't know why man walks up in it with this pedestrian stuff, but it's okay.
Now, you got to understand something.
You're an expert, man? Oh, really?
You got to understand, May.
Great tell, man.
I'm not an expert.
You're
I just simply have opinions that y'all disagree with sometimes.
No. The thing is, you're not accurate. I don't care about opinions. I care about facts.
Are opinions able to? Are you able to disagree with an opinion?
Charles, you're the one came in here talking that military leader, president stuff.
No. You the one who came in here.
Hold on, Bay. Hold on. We're gonna dissect everything you said in that one sentence.
And we should charge her because we actually get teachers.
We really we are.
She won't be here. She got to pay for it.
Wait a minute, Bay.
Hold on. I'm glad you said that, BGS, because I got 52 watching. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. Support the Ghana Crack Roast.
I'm going to tell you this one. Next time I do a show, I'm going to give y'all an hour. And if nobody supports, fuck it, we turn the lights off. But I'm going to answer your question, man.
Charles can tell you, as far as politics and geopolitics, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay.
And I got a lot of friends on the back end still in the military, still in the police department in high positions who listen to my show and say, God damn. Now, man, when you said this, we're going to dissect your question. I came in here talking this military shit. By order of the Constitution, who is the commander? What does the commander in chief of all armed forces mean?
He basically is over all the cabinets, and he commands the
No, no, no,
military.
no, nothing with the cabinets. What does it mean?
Commands the military.
Meaning, does he outrank every admiral and general in every military
Absolutely.
arm? So, in other words, can he just fire a fucking admiral at will?
Probably.
Probably.
He's,
Yes,
There's
he
no
can.
problem.
Yes.
There's no probably. He can.
He absolutely can.
your president, just like in Rome, okay? Your Caesar was your highest ranking military person. And we just
And guess what? In certain countries, if you actually do reading, because the term commander in chief is not just in the United States.
No, it's
For example,
it's a 3,000-year-old idea.
For example, in certain other countries, for example, in Britain, the king, which is Charles II, is the head of state. But who's the head of government? The prime minister.
Oh, okay.
Why does when he got coronated, why did he say to his prime minister, form a government for me? This is the same thing the Queen does every so often when she was living. For example, certain countries in the Middle East that are not authoritarian or monarchies, the head of state is not the commander in chief; it's the highest ranking general. So we are very unique, where the head of state and the head of government is also the commander in chief.
Because we're a republic, just like Rome was.
Yes. So when you have that authority, there is no general, there is no admiral, there is no military officer that outranks him. You're at the beck and call of him. As a matter of fact, every time you have a commissioned officer, it's under the written consent of the president. If you have a written warrant officer, or I think warrant officer is the president as well, but for NCOs, that's under what? The Senate. So when you look at it, right, this is the reason why a lot of women need to look at leadership. Because guess what? The one thing you learn about leadership is not about if I like his personality, it's if the motherfucker's effective. Okay? And this is the one thing women are not willing to do, is to stick their necks out into the most dangerous shit and say, my bad, it's on me. Women are not known for that, are they, May?
It depends on what you mean, because women are moving in corporate and in other ways, and administration.
That's not what he said.
I know a lot of women who lead
repeat what I just said, May.
Kind of stuff, so I can't
repeat what I just said. Repeat what I just said, May.
No. You're reframing his question. You're not answering it.
I'm answering your question. Women do not do necessarily physical danger out.
I never said anything physical. When will women take the same risk that men do, which is not just physical, economical, mental, spiritual, and emotional, and say, it's on me. I'm at fault.
You know what?
Directors and I know people who are superintendents and all kinds of things that are leadership. But go ahead.
So, in other words, let's look at Kamala Harris, right? I'm glad you said that. Should Kamala Harris, by all her actions, be voted in as president, for which she displayed to the American public?
I mean, if you want to talk politics, but I was just talking about leadership in general.
What is politics?
You want to stick to politics?
But this is the same. This is the same umbrella. So, in other words,
politics has a lot to do with popularity.
You know what? I think women should revisit ERA and vote it in.
Yeah,
and be done with this stuff. And then everybody will be judged on their own merit. If you want to be a leader, because that means you take the responsibilities and the rewards for your actions. I think that's
most of the time. And here's the tricky part about leadership that women don't get. Men are very humble at taking the victories. We'll actually say, "Hey, it's a team effort." Women don't say that.
Women get it. Women know, man. Don't believe that they don't know, because they look for it. They know. Okay.
They look for it, but they don't do it openly.
It's because it's not in them to do it for the most part. They know.
Nope.
They know better.
Maybe y'all don't know many women leaders. maybe.
You being known to lead America is a situation.
Okay. There's always outliers in every group, is there not, May?
No, I'm just saying in general. There's a lot
No,
of women leading a lot of
May.
stuff.
There are always
Don't make
outliers,
noise.
are they not? But as a group, no.
Do we make a rule to the exception?
We don't demand that women be leaders, okay?
I'm just
Even
telling you,
women
a lot of
don't
women.
demand.
Did I finish my goddamn sentence? Is it okay?
You kept going, but go ahead.
I didn't keep going. I hadn't been talking 30 seconds before you jumped in. Okay.
I like to do that stuff.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, VHS, come on over here, man.
Oh shit!
Nah,
VHS.
She ain't feeling me.
VHS around here.
Yeah. Come on over here, man. She ain't getting me. Okay.
I mean,
this is where me and you always butt heads, because you start interrupting.
I don't want to hear that crap. I
And
don't
we
want to hear
start
that crap.
butting
I don't want to hear that shit. Okay.
this is the part that I get.
I don't want
This
to
is
hear
the
that. I don't
part
hear
that I
that
get about
bullshit.
it.
Basically, AB started the show playing that chick talking about men should be leaders and alpha males and crap like that. Women, especially black women, demand that their men be leaders. Men don't demand that women be leaders. Okay. They don't demand that. Why is that? If they truly want to be leaders, they just go ahead and do it, right? How come they don't do it?
That's different than what I was.
Ain't different. No, it's the same thing.
No, Charles was saying women don't know how to lead, and they don't know how to lead. That's kind of what I think he was saying. And I was saying I know a lot of women who are in leadership. I didn't say men demand that women lead, but I think there are lots of women in leadership positions everywhere. Everywhere.
There's lots of women in leadership positions. Okay.
In a lot of places in life, yes.
In a lot of places in life, there's always outliers. Okay.
That's not outliers.
Those are outliers.
Nursing field, and there's women who run businesses, and they are the leader of the business. Like myself, I'm a leader of my business.
There's outliers. There's outliers. Okay.
That's not outliers. Those
are outliers.
Go look it up. Women run a lot of businesses.
AB, play that video, okay, about what women are demanding.
Lots of businesses and executive positions.
They're outliers. Okay.
Administrative positions, making decisions.
They're outliers. How come there's no female Palantirs or Microsofts or Amazons? How come there's not that?
You just said leadership.
No. That is leadership. How come it's not that? No, it's not that. How come it's not that? How come it's not? How come they don't have that?
Those are positions of leadership.
No, how come they don't have that? Because they don't want to do that kind of work. They don't want the kind of work.
You're not an alpha, you're a fucking beta. You're a cog in the motherfucking machine. And until y'all men start stepping up in your community, shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah.
Now, madam, you started off with the profanity. Mr. Z's gonna continue with the profanity. Go munch on each other then.
Damn.
Or go get in line for the tall, good-looking niggas y'all all want to fuck. That's number one. Number two, imagine being a good man telling the charismatic asshole niggas what to do and that nigga getting pussy and you not. Oops. Imagine telling the charismatic asshole niggas what to do when he getting more pussy than you. What you gonna say? Imagine the niggas that got 2 and 3 and 4 baby mamas and you can't get one. You struggle. You're a good guy, but you struggle to keep your one girlfriend, your one wife. You imagine being the nigga in the barbershop that you're a good man, you're an honest man, and you might be actually a good looking brother. You don't struggle, but you telling the charismatic asshole nigga to keep his thing in his pants or to take care of his kids, and the women are knocking over each other to get to him. You imagine? Madam, what can we tell them niggas? Y'all fuck them. Y'all give them pussy.
Well,
what?
I mean,
what can we tell the baby daddy niggas? What, you want us to beat them up? So what? One of y'all could patch them up and suck them off? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah,
huh?
You know what do we always say? It's always Jermaine's fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when it fails,
women want so bad.
But yeah, Z was going in too. He was like, what are we supposed to tell the dude that had like 5 or 6 baby mamas? What were we supposed to tell him? What were we supposed to tell him?
You ain't supposed to tell him nothing. You go to the baby mamas. Why'd you give him a baby?
Yeah,
exactly.
Feature, why
are you blaming him? He didn't lay on the table and spit out a baby.
I put it in the chat, and he said it. What are we supposed to say to the white dude that got that black woman on TikTok barking like a dog?
She wanted
to have a dog food bowl, man.
Yeah.
Like
just like the white dude that goes to the fucking dominatrix and get pegged. Okay, he wants to.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me started on the ones that want to get pegged, the ones that want to be sissies.
They, whatever. In other words, there's something in them that want to do something. So that same chick that wants to bark like a dog, eat dog food, and wear a white man's collar is in her. Okay.
Sadly.
The thing is, if women want to really be leaders, as they say, they would take responsibility for their situations, and they don't.
No, they don't. So let's continue with Z.
For the FDs and the conscious leaves, right, and the foreign mans and the Professor Odies to beat the fuck out of the rest of us and make us who they want us to be. Women like this want so bad for them niggas to make us bow to women.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
They want so bad. What they really want, ooh, Z, you about to hurt their feelings. What they really want is for all of us to make the charismatic, good-looking niggas that run through them do right by them. What they really
Why?
really want is for us
why,
to
man?
be.
I just want to ask May that question. So why is it our responsibility to fix these issues though? Or just in general, it don't even got to be the May, just in general. Because I keep seeing everybody keep saying they want black boys to fix this stuff, or they want black boys to quote unquote be out here and take these divestment women, or they want black boys to come out here and fix women that's already said I'm a white supremacist. I'm just trying to confuse because I just came from that exact same panel. Why do they expect or black men to actually be the cleanup man for whores and white supremacists?
It's because black men are always a scapegoat for the problems in the black community. It's been that way for 20 years. It's not gonna change.
Yeah, go ahead and let the maid them or rest of them folk just go ahead and clean up that mess because it ain't gonna be on me.
They cause a mess, okay? They cause a mess, and this is something that what's your name? Safety said about birth control, right? Okay. All you did is give women permission to screw what they want to screw without consequences. That's all you did.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no. I mean, if you do it for free, a man can do it for free and without consequence. They find the finest chick they can find, and they have a line out. Okay, waiting to get her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
you would do the exact same thing. The thing is, with men, it comes with consequences. Okay, that's like Slaffy said. You do not want this ERA because you're actually going to relieve the men of all these goddamn consequences,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will become uncontrollable. And that's really what society fears. They fear that the men will become uncontrollable.
I think we already there because
we're not even close.
We're getting there. My bad. We're getting there. Right. I'm gonna say it like that then. Because I had too many conversations when I'm talking to elder. My bad. I'm sorry.
We just got on the path, and women are already freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about correction at this point. I mean, at this point, we're so far off the path. You're just going on the correct path is actually the dangerous thing for them. Right?
What is the correct path?
The correct path necessarily would be sustainability, which would be whatever you necessarily get to the method that you can have families that's sustainable. I think that would be what is sustainable because that can actually create itself.
Ultimately, what is allowing people to go off the so-called correct path?
Was allowing people?
Yes. Yeah.
Is a combination of the United States government with I would say pretty much the United States government combined with the social structure.
Basically, the United States government and the people in society are building a societal structure that allows these people to do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's right. You've been to Uganda. A lot of that shit don't go on in Uganda because it's not allowed.
True.
Women can't go around banging whoever the fuck they want to bang all the time because that's just not allowed. The men and women correct that shit. Can't be dropping babies for 6 different guys. Okay, it's not allowed. Okay. In the black community, because of the slave culture being raised by, it's perfectly fine for a woman to have 9 kids with 5 different guys. Okay, it's been that way since we never changed it.
Yeah,
we have never changed that shit, and the women don't want to change it because that's exactly what they want to do.
What I've been saying is I have to start agreeing with Ed. If the black community has to be a matriarchy, then the motherfucker shouldn't exist. I keep standing. The more I keep going out of the country, the more I keep coming back. That shit, I stand on it, bro. If it gotta be, if it ain't gonna be a patriarchy, whatever it gotta be, then let that shit fall.
The thing is, and if you research this stuff, okay, a matriarchy is only built for a certain amount of people. Okay, it can't be with a large group that's gonna lose cohesion. Okay. The matriarchy functions fairly fine if we're a small group inside of a rural area, okay, with extended families, okay. Even though a grandma could have 10 kids by 5 different guys, okay, the group absorbed that, okay, absorbed it because they could, because it's a matriarchy, right? When you go into a larger group in an urban area, guess what? They start falling apart. When I say that, when I point that out, and I show people the actual literature from it, okay, well, you know where you get that shit from. So I start pointing out, okay, here, and here, okay, but it's not what you want to believe.
No. I eventually started figuring out I'm fighting people's belief because, like, I came to because. I always had the mindset that, you know, if you inform people the right information, that they will change their point of view. And then eventually I kept running into the wall that, this is their world belief. This is what they believe in, and they're not going to change it. And once I wholeheartedly learned to accept that what it was, it became real easy for me to start maneuvering around people, because once I understand that's what you set in your ways, I just let you die there.
Worldview, I don't care where you go in the world, is very difficult to change. Okay.
Oh, I understand.
If you go to Uganda, what most people in Uganda believe, I don't care how much you preach to them, you're probably not going to change it, right?
Oh yeah, it would take almost like some it's not until they hit that bottom level until they really want to change. And at that point,
and some people are willing to die with it. So.
Yeah, and some people are willing to die with it. Yeah.
So I'm not saying, you know, I'm just saying it is what it is. So that's what I was trying to tell Clarence yesterday. Okay, I said you keep arguing. I said the thing is, I'm not battling you. I'm battling your worldview. Because I asked you where do you get your opinion from? Well, guess what he said? My lived experience.
Yeah,
always my lived experience. Well, you won't accept mine. Okay. That's how come Darwin McPherson was going in on him about having kids and preaching marriage and not being married to your baby mama.
At this point, man, I got so many chicks from Uganda right now. I went to Uganda last month for like a week and came back, right? One of the girls was like, I definitely give you a baby. And I keep telling them, no, I'm just not into having a baby right now, because not right now. It's just, if I can't be there to actually raise that kid, I'm just not going to have this kid, no woman, no baby, and just leave off.
Because a baby comes with support if you're an American. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that social structure started to change, like Kenya and South Africa, the social structure started to change. So in other words, there's a way we can actually get resources from that man. So now they're willing to give you a baby without commitment.
Yeah, and I've seen that shit over there in well, put like this: if they don't have a kid, usually they'll do it, right? if they apply this, if she's cute enough and she's single, right? She'll say, "Oh, I'll take the chance and go give you a kid." Now, if they got two, if they already got one kid, they don't usually do that shit. Right? But they already got one. If they don't have one,
they're looking for transfer resources. So the thing is, she ain't want to give you a kid because she wants because she loves you, basically the transfer resources.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But thing I just want guys to realize that you got to come in with with your head on straight.
I agree. I agree so hard. Like this is why I actually think this place is actually a sanctuary amongst more things, because being to talk to people like BGS, Charles, and to be able to sit there and actually soak up this information that's actually useful. Because you have so much people. I hate to say this, but I have so many elder men telling you, quote unquote, just take care of my divestment daughter. I have literally had dudes come out here and say straight up, yeah, I know she a white supremacist. I know she
I have to get her off my books. That's what he's saying.
And at that point, I think that's treachery and treason. At that point,
it is what it is, man. But I have two daughters, and I know what they're talking about. Thing is, I know what they're talking about. Hey, you just take her off my books, okay? I'll help you. Yeah. In fact, I remember my baby mama. I said, "How much would it cost? It cost me to get you to take her off my books." I said, if you can get her act right, okay, you won't have to pay me. Forget all that. Just how much would it cost? She ain't gonna act right. Okay.
It's gonna be a sad day out here then, because a lot of folk gonna figure out ain't nobody coming to buy them off the lot. Then
ain't nobody. What did I say? Leave them on the lot, right?
Leave them on the lot.
Especially this group of efforts.
Yeah. Charles will return them to the lot in a heartbeat. Okay.
Got her talking about she spent $300 at Ruth Chris. This ain't no fancy gourmet restaurant. Couldn't even hold the damn fork right.
Ruth Chris is expensive. What's she talking about? So in other words, Ruth Chris is not an upscale restaurant. What is upscale to you? And how much do you spend when you get in there? And do you spend your own money?
That's the question. Did she spend her own money?
It's all right if you're not paying the bill,
and
you want to demand a man to pay your bill. If you like the restaurant, then buy it for yourself.
Yeah, I don't understand these shit talking about talking about Cheesecake Factory ain't good enough. Okay, whatever. If you want to pay for a more expensive restaurant, that's on you. You got to pay it yourself.
It's not good enough for what? What in other words, ROI, return on investment. So what do I get for taking you to Cheesecake Factory? And most of the time, once you get it, it's not worth Cheesecake Factory in the first place.
Exactly.
I could have had better for cheaper. I've told some women that. I could have had better for cheaper. I paid all this money.
Talking about you better take me to the Cheesecake Factory or higher. I'm like, okay, what you say? What you say, BJ? What is my return on investment?
Yeah, but I had to stop. Had to stop him from Atlanta boy from getting on May. I said, I know. I hear him. I said, no, man, you can't go in on it like that, man.
You know she was a guy. Y'all playing. I know May. See, thing is when I say I know May, I know May. Eventually, it took me a minute to start figuring, put some stuff together. Atlanta, a small place, bro.
It is small.
Black Atlanta is a very small place.
It's not as big as you think it is. Okay.
So if you say one word and you pull up and you have to decently known out here in this city, bro, it is very easy to find you.
It's very easy.
Telling people that.
Yep. And
so when I figure out, when I learn people, when I peg people the right way, I'll be like, oh, this person is this and that, and I look at their life and then I figure out who they actually is. I'm like, for me, it's hard for me to play that. I know who once I know who you are, I just know who you are, and I'm just not gonna play with you.
Yeah. I tell May, I said, May, I got a whole lot of subs that are from Atlanta.
Okay. Oh yeah, you wonder.
And it's too easy to find people here, bro. Like your voice is too well known. you take too much about your quote unquote personal life, and it ain't that hard to find. So when I started picking that stuff and I was like, oh, she lying about this, she lying about that. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, man, I ain't about to sit here and listen to this stuff. But
you went to school in Atlanta, you taught in Atlanta. You say you've never seen her. That's a lie. Okay.
So
especially in Atlanta,
I just stand on this, man. Like,
yeah, but I didn't want you to wreck her on AB show. Okay? So
I didn't. I remember this ain't my show.
I felt you, man. I said, oh, he's getting ready to get her, man.
He's getting ready to start coming out.
I can't let him get her like this, man. So because I
want to be like, I know the school you went to. Stop playing with me, woman. It was about to start coming up. I was like, please,
getting ready to act to her, man.
My bad. I want to say I appreciate you.
No. You hear something in the background? I'm hearing some background noise.
No, that's him.
That's me. That's me just being. That's me making noise. But nah, I just it was getting ready to come out because once was it BGS and AB start kind of like putting the brakes on me. I was like, okay, let me stop. But I was getting ready to.
I know.
I was getting ready to heat up. I was like, well, you playing with the wrong people today. But it's almost 2:00 in the middle of the night, bro.
Yeah, that's probably true. I was trying to tell him, man, he's from Atlanta, man. Okay.
Yeah, you can't play me. I was like, you can't play me, Sean. You can play them other cats that live in another state, but you can't play me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you doing what's the name tomorrow?
Yeah, behind the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, what's on the docket other day?
I damn near did one on Saturday, on Friday. So yeah, but I'm gonna do one on Sunday.
Oh yeah, because that was 5. I got a new term for that.
But
whenever I call it the Dr. Marifa drift.
It is, yeah.
Because whenever he comes on, I know it's going to be at least a 3 to 4 or 5 hour stream.
Yeah, but you learn so much when you listen to him, so that's why I let him rock.
Yeah. I call it the Dr. Marifa drift because whenever he comes on, man, I'm like, okay, it's going to be 3 or 4 5 hours. Like,
yeah, because if you get one of those kind of guys that will come on your platform and give you little nuggets, I'll let them rock.
Right.
Because it's rare to get those kind of people, on a platform, especially as small as mine.
Yes.
So I let them rock. Yeah.
I just hope this war ends as quickly as possible.
Well, we'll see, man. I peg it at like 2 months because Israel can't take that much heat. Israel's already talked about using a nuke. They're already talking about it. So
yeah,
I don't think it's going to go much further. I think maybe a week or two more, and then they'll have to close it. It won't be like Ukraine because Ukraine was fairly isolated.
But this is this is a lot of people, but multiple countries are getting hit.
Yeah, but also not just multiple countries, but also economically, it's affecting the whole planet. So
yeah, 30%.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I think it was all my friends in Japan are being like, hey, they're getting worried because their country said they only got 8 months of fuel left.
Yeah, the reserves. Yeah, but the thing is, everything that Iran and China and Russia warned them about, they're doing. So they can't say they didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're gonna try to land anyway. Okay, good money after bad. That's what I say. Anyway.
Yeah, we just got to roll with the punches and see where this goes.
Yeah. Sir Jamal Thomas had a stroke, and I don't know what.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he had a stroke about a couple of months ago, and he had to come back to the States, and he did one. If you go to his page and see the last video he put up, he'll actually explain what his condition is. But it's been a couple of months. I'm just hoping he's still around because he's got kidney problems, all kind of problems with going on with him.
He has to do like a knee down.
Yeah.
Hey, BGS, I have a question. Have you ever heard of just any of y'all. Have you ever heard like a woman called Art Kathy? That was kind of
Yes, Art Kathy. She deceased. Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying because she also passed away out there on the continent too. Now I don't know necessarily I know what they say she passed off from, but I've kind of been noticing that a lot of people just been killing over just lately, just out of the random thing. And it's always I'm starting to believe it's almost like a design or something, because it's the people who actually do the most best work for Black people. I'm not seeing the most racist, quote unquote, Black folk or whatever, right? Or the most white people that they're not killing over. It's only seem to be a certain selection of people.
Well, Art Kathy had issues herself. She came back to the States, and then she decided to go take those issues to overseas, and that was the best thing.
Speaking of racist folk, I found Uncle Ruckus.
I love Master Joe. He makes me want to claim I'm a black man for real. Nah, I'm still right. You blacks better let Master Joe define your blackness. Vote blue no matter who. I don't care if Master Joe got that dementia. Long as he still signing them checks. I'd let him run again with that Aka who slept away to the top. She do whatever her white husband tell her. Vote blue no matter who. Don't y'all forget, Master Joe was trained by Strom Thurmond. You gotta love those cone-head bed sheets. Y'all ancestors died so y'all can vote for that party started by a slave owner like I do. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who.
We may have to really use that one, my boy. We may have to really use that
one. You know why I created that, BGS?
Why?
Because I am sick and tired of seeing people who voted for Joe Biden going online calling people Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
I made that cartoon specifically for that.
I think we chased away a lot of people with that last election. They tucked their tails and ran. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm running into weirdos on Facebook that I told you about earlier. I don't know how. I didn't want to think about that anyway.
Yeah.
I get, for some odd reason, on Facebook. One thing I respect MOT for, and some of the things on here, at least don't have a somewhat intelligent conversation.
Yeah, well, I can't, but not with him. So
yeah, but on Facebook they flip out. They flip out and say all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, that's why VHS come out and say crazy shit back. So
like, I had one dude tell me, your family just need to take you to the room, sit around, and whoop your ass. I was like, you don't know who you fucking with. I was like, so I clipped his what he said to me, and actually reposted it. I was like, anybody want to take him up on this offer? Come on.
I tell him your mama should have swallowed you.
Oh, shit. I told you about that one dude talking about you can't date my daughter. Oh, look, you support Trump. That hide your kids from me. I was like, first of all, I don't know your daughter, and if I did, and if she sound like you, ain't nothing going to happen. Secondly, I know this dude. I had to tell a young lady in your family, it's not appropriate for me to take you to the bathroom.
I had to tell them where your daughter looks, you can hide in plain sight.
Oh yeah, I ain't seen this dude in 20 years. I didn't even know he had a daughter. I was like, oh, okay, I don't even know his daughter, so I'm not gonna really address her. But like, why? But I asked him, why are you mentioning your daughter? We're talking about Ice Cube here. Why are you mentioning your daughter? What did your daughter have to do with this?
That's so you can't unload it off of anybody, huh?
Well, I think I triggered him because now that I think about it, I think I triggered him because because he was talking about Ice Cube was sell out for saying something nice about Trump. I was like, okay, your party sold us a dementia patient with stage 4 cancer. I typed this out. Your party sold us a dementia patient with stage 4 cancer and an incompetent AKA who slept her way to the top. Trump was the better option. Sorry.
Yep, he was.
And I'm at the, like what you tell my old nigga now. I can't fake the funk anymore. I'm like, nah. I can't sit up there and pretend. Oh, Kamala was a worthy opponent. No, she wasn't. I can't do it anymore. No. No, I'm not going to pretend Kamala was qualified or fit to be president. It's just not going to happen.
No, she was not. I mean, and basically the books that came out after she lost said the exact same thing. I don't know what people talk about. Go read. I can give them 5 books to tell you the exact same thing. And guess what? It's Jasmine Crocker. Obama didn't even like her.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he endorsed Hillary.
Yeah, he did. So what does that tell you?
She wasn't qualified or fit to be senator.
She wasn't qualified fit to be senator. Everybody knows it. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh, one more thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I had to do. This will be quick because I had to do talk about. I want you to prove to me that because you said you've seen this little AI diddle Jasmine Crockett. I think you've seen.
Oh
it.
yeah. Go ahead, show it if you got it. But about her dance.
Because I'm black. I'm an independent. I don't need those mans. Texas is just racist. I'm a preacher's daughter. I'm supposed to get my way. I'm not supposed to be a loser like the people who voted for me. I'm supposed to win. I'm supposed to win. I'm supposed to win.
I had to do.
Right.
You playing too much with that.
You must have made that one.
Oh no, I made that one.
I said you must have made that one. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I did.
I'm independent. I said as soon as I heard I'm independent. Okay.
I don't need those man.
I need no man. Yes, that's it. That's
I actually got called Uncle Ruckus for putting that grape soda in there. I'm like, well, she acts like.
Hey, do me a favor, man. Do me a favor. Do one with Donald Trump calling Putin and saying I'm in the bind, Nate.
Oh shit!
I'm in the bind, bro.
I'm in a bind, man. I'm in a bigger bind, man.
I'll do it too. But anyway, this dude's talking about. She a married woman, right? I was like, no.
Crockett? No, she not married. Not that I know of.
Then he tried to shame me. He tried to shame me like. Yeah, you calling her an intelligent woman entitled? How dare you? Who hurt you? I was like, dude. Then he tried to tell me, show me a video of Jasmine Crocker being a hood rat. I was like, who you? I was like, oh, he don't know who he talking to. I'm not gonna play it, but I forgot. I got a few clips together. I was like, be careful what you ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. But yeah, I'm trying to go to bed too. So I'm not going to play it. I might make it in the video later. But
yeah. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be anything immediate. But the thing is, I thought of it. If I knew how to do that, man, because he just went to Putin, man, said he need them to talk to.
I got to be careful though, because They are sensitive when you type in certain names.
Okay.
Those AIs are sensitive when you type in certain names. You gotta word it very carefully.
Okay. Yeah, but it shouldn't be. But Trump is a known figure, so it shouldn't be that bad.
But yeah, I'm feeling sore as the cartoon animations. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I made Uncle Ruckus. That's why I made the I call him the MAGA Joe.
Instead of the red, you got the blue on, huh?
Yeah. The other guy, MAGA. Hold on, let me show you MAGA Joe. This is only 10 seconds.
Okay.
Listen up. If the politicians don't address healthcare, the Iran war, and housing costs, they're going to get whipped out in the 2026 election. Remember, politicians work for you, not the other way around. Don't be like vote blue no matter who.
Yeah, if he got voted out, they're already talking about voting him out. Well, he can't be voted out anyway. He can only be impeached.
But yeah, we're at the we're about at 3:30, 3 hours 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down.
All right.
I'd like to thank everybody. Any last words from Namer or
Well, as I usually say, y'all ain't shit, never been shit, never will be shit, and God bless y'all for it.
Yeah, in this life or the next.
In fact, my last thing is this: we should all take advice from physical advice from one of the greatest philosophers of our history, John Witherspoon. Because in every Friday movie, he showed you. He didn't tell you, but he showed you. No matter how shitty of a day you having, things look a whole lot better after you take a good long shit.
Yeah, don't you go in there for 35, 45 minutes. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm going to bed. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. To support the channel, hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I upload a live stream, video, or short. And always remember, guard your image, guard your peace. Keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.